no good. No.
Seconds to battle.
You got rocks in your head. Not you, that's the stone. Red rock, I return.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What a joy, my fallen king.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Gold is a great
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
all my advisors. Cannot be. Enemies will suffer for this humiliation.
I told you what was on the line, Matrix, and still you opposed me.
Online, I'm joined by Mr. Plate himself, the co-caster God, and we are gonna be having I think it seems like it's a grand final if I can see it correctly. So it should be fun for sure. How are you doing, Mr. Plate?
I'm doing pretty well, Costa. We've got an incredible best of 5 awaiting us. Of course, this is the grand finals. Invaders versus Lost Motis here, and can't think of any two better teams to be representing themselves here in this best of 5 series. And talk about some heroes that can represent themselves as well. We've got the Timbersaw coming out up against this Chen pick here. I haven't seen Chen in I think a little bit, but it has been played in other tournaments, so trying to creep its way up
5
here. And
seconds remaining.
Timbersaw, what do you think about this pick, Kozda?
Chen, I'm not really surprised because ever since Invaders made ever since Stinger made his new account, because the previous one just got a bit compromised. It got banned, of course, because he was swapping it around with multiple players. But ever since he picked up his new account, I have seen a lot of tendency of picking Chens, and he was previously a very well. Very very famous Chan picker as well. So I'm not really
10
surprised, to be honest.
seconds remaining.
And when you think about it inversely, I think you and I can agree that
5
this is
seconds
either
remaining.
a first phase ban or first phase big hero.
Yeah, no, incredible hero, and
Radiant
especially if you get on the hero and you understand the macro that comes along with it.
Oh, that's a strong answer, Magnus
Yeah,
and
that's
Grimstroke.
yeah.
I
Yeah, I
can,
mean, you have Skewer, Inkswell, damage.
yeah, you can set up with this. There are just so many
10
possibilities.
seconds
You can
remaining.
set up with the Inkswell, with the slow, so
5
you can
seconds
skewer
remaining.
people. Then you just throw in the your e-spell. I always forget what that name is. Hmm. I have no idea. I just can't remember. But of course, Invaders. It just sometimes it happens that you just cannot remember all the spells, even after like 10k hours. It's like
Yeah.
still troublesome to remember some spells.
Dire team
So you just referring to it by its pattern. Of course, the default ones. Okay, that's a hero I'm a bit surprised. How can you like? For example, I'm dumbfounded. Let's explain it to me why this Death Prophet is here. What would be your
10
reasoning?
seconds remaining.
My reasoning would be that Spirit Siphon is incredibly good, pairing it up with the Earthshaker to counter a lot of the Chen creeps as well. The thing is about Death Prophet is that when you have a really strong lane presence like the Timbersaw, oftentimes you'll have an opportunity to push out a lane, like
10
you'll want to
seconds
take a
remaining.
tower. And Death Prophet gives you a very easy way to take the
5
lane advantage the
seconds
Timbersaw's given you and then turn it into objectives. So you have your ultimate that you can just run at towers off cooldown. You have the Vengeful Spirit save as well. I mean, the Roshan is an obvious objective as well. I think the Death Prophet here, the Lost Motis are looking at it more as a,
Radiant team
we're going to take the
best.
objective here, and when we fight, we have pretty good lockdown already. We're going to want to double down on that and see if we can't have any follow-up with things like the Crypt Swarms coming out, and obviously you can just stand in the middle of the team and use that Spirit Siphon. But a hero that does not really care about Death
10
Prophet at all is,
seconds
of course, going to be that Medusa. I think that's a really strong answer coming out from Invaders here.
5
They know that
seconds remaining.
the AoE damage coming out from Medusa is going to be pretty good. The split shot is incredibly useful, and you can always Stone Gaze run out of there. So Lost Motis have to figure out some sort of mana burning option for this Medusa.
I like how you ended with
Dire
your
team
statement
back.
with a mana burning hero. They are banning out the
Dire
Lina,
team back.
or of course it's either mana burning or some hero that can rapidly throw shots at you, which is the Lina getting banned, of course. On the other side, you mentioned the Death Prophet and why we are having this hero here. It's gonna be more than likely
10 seconds
Chris Locke
remaining.
playing it, while the Timbersaw is gonna go for, I believe,
5
Frank.
seconds remaining.
And we are waiting for a mid hero on Invaders. I wonder what Alone is gonna be playing.
The Ember Spirit's still available.
Ember Spirit sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah. Ember is the big one. Could maybe honestly get away with a
Radiant team back.
Honka as well. It's a lockdown for Timbersaw, good AoE control to pair up with the Medusa to pump some damage out. Honka isn't a hero that we've seen a lot of recently, but can definitely work.
Team
It
pick.
is important to
Dire
note that
team
Lost Motis have played Invaders actually in this series or in this tournament, and they did 2-0 Invaders.
Yeah, I remember. I think Invaders was running like some Enigma
10
strat.
seconds remaining.
I was throwing a banter about it to
A
you.
little bit of
5
shade.
seconds
Yeah, and
remaining.
yesterday I believe I
Yeah.
just checked the previously the results, and in Invaders actually Stinger finished with like 12 deaths. It was basically out of 30, he just had 12 deaths to more than one third of the team's deaths was allocated to him. So it was quite funny. For now, we are lucky enough to have him on a Chen instead, and Mars being last pick. So it's more like the Mars is gonna be free and the Magnus is gonna go mid. That's what I'm expecting.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I think that's probably more likely. Coming out here, you could maybe make a case for Mars mid, depending on the situation, or like Magnus carry, Medusa mid, Mars offlane is the last option I'm thinking of. That last one though
Choose
is
your hero.
really unclear to me it because you don't really want to pair like a Mars or Magnus against the Timbers on the lane, right? So, Lost Mode is going to go for the Juggernaut.
Okay, that's a hero we don't really see it around here anymore.
I don't see that. Yeah, I don't see that hero a lot.
It should be fun then. Some new heroes that we are not really seeing around these days. The Jug. I don't even
My only
feel like it's...
issue with the Jug is there are a couple BKB piercing stuns, right? Like Magnus RP, BKB piercing, Medusa, ultimate BKB piercing. You can trap the Jug. Grimstroke has a couple really like double Mystic Snake on the leash is a lot of damage, especially if you get like the Earthshaker Timbersaw caught in that, and there's like just a bunch of other people around. It's so much damage, so much mana back as well. I don't know. I think Invaders might have this first game. I don't know if Lost Motis have the tempo necessarily to come forward and take this game that quickly, but we'll have to see. You know, they've surprised us and have 2-0'd Invaders before.
Yeah, and of course you can always like switch around the builds when it comes to the Juggernaut. That's something I was thinking about. Because it's pretty hard to match the farm of the Medusa. I'm actually so interested whether Parker is gonna go for the Battle Fury or rather this 2017-ish build with the Maelstrom and the Diffusal. I can already see some Disperser plays with the Blade Fury. Oh, it's gonna be so good. So this is gonna be a first game of Invaders Lost Motis. Still, we are at EPL America Season 9. And this is the grand final, so actually
This is
yeah, go on, sorry.
no, this is for all the marbles, man. Grand finals. This is what we're here for. What we absolutely love to get ourselves involved in. We're gonna have a little bit of smoke action coming on the side of Invaders here. They make their way
I'm having
towards
some technical issues.
all technical difficulties.
Okay, I should be fine now.
Now
Yeah.
we're okay.
You're fine? Because we had some,
No, I am still not in.
but
We're doing this old school.
Oh, it's cool, yeah.
Old school, ladies
But
and gentlemen. There's
as
some
long
technical
as
stuff happening on the back end.
But as long as it's working, it should be fine.
Yeah, as long as we get, it does not matter my comfortability. The only thing that matters is how these players are performing, and they're in the lobby. They're ready to go. They're in the game, and we're gonna again see that smoke coming out from the Dire side. Lost Motis have set up the nice couple of wards there. One in the middle area, one in the top lane. That one
30
probably won't get
seconds to
denied, but it will be able to spot out if there will be pulls coming forward. So, big fan of this.
It's actually not giving any vision of the pools unless you cut those trees down. Stuber plays. I'm actually ready to see some. Oh no, Stinger
Oh,
is having some issues.
he placed the ward down. He's like, I'm getting late, guys. That ward did not place when I hit the button. It was like 0.01 seconds after. Guys, this is unplayable lag. It's like, you ever talk to people that go from playing like 120 frames a second to 90 frames a second? They're like, I can't do this. This is impossible. And meanwhile, I'm playing 60 frames a second. I'm like, guys, this is great.
I It's funny enough that you mentioned this because yeah, there are players actually like that. For example, for me, it's more like it's my computer is actually quite old, but
Yeah.
I've been doing esports on it for the past 9 years, and ever since purchasing it, year by year, the FPS is reducing by 5. So you know you
Oh
can just
no.
get used to it. So
Goes so soon. You're gonna be at the 0 FPS.
yeah, I might reach the
Yeah.
0 FPS someday, but as long as it's
Yeah.
more than 60, I don't care.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. These
Unless I'm
players.
competing. I had some. I can recall a show match in another game I've been having for attending so many tournaments of this same tournament organizer.
Yeah.
And I completely freezed out. It was Age of Empires 4.
Oh.
It was a 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1, free for all. And I completely froze out due to the amount of units that were appearing on my screen. So I was just dropped out of that show match, and I recall the commentators telling the viewers that Kozo had enough of this. He's seeing this game.
He's
It's
done.
it's like impossible to win it.
Yeah. Oh, you know, Dota's performance doesn't come from the number of heroes, but the particle effects, and we're going to be seeing plenty of those
Oh,
as we come forward.
don't even tell me. I was casting Europe, the Europe division of this tournament, and it was a 65-minute game, and it happened
Oh,
to
yeah.
all the players were having like 20 FPSs. We were constantly disconnecting and reconnecting with the players and with myself as well, with the Russian casters too, because the amount of particle effects, the amount of information that is available on the screen was just too much. You gotta reset you gotta reset the engine.
Yeah, no, that definitely does happen, but that's only in those like really late stage games. Hopefully we get one of those games here in game 1. This best of 5 between Lost Motis and Invaders this rune. Well, it'll be 2 for 2 runes so far. 3 for 1 actually. My apologies. Nope, hold on.
It's 2 for 2.
It's 2 for 2. It's a 2-fer. As the observer word that caught me off guard, I thought that was a bounty rune. My apologies. I cannot read. I have a North American education. As what is this? What is this mid lane about? We are going to be seeing the Death Prophet here mid up against the Magnus. So it's Magnus mid. How does this lane work out for Magnus?
I'm always telling the same stories. It should be a stalemate. Well, on Sacred,
Oh, stalemate. Yeah, I mean, yeah, mid, but pop out is another completely different story. Sacred falls apart here, got cut down by the Blade Fury of this Juggernaut. Not as strong as level 1 Blade Fury used to be, but still pretty good damage coming out here, and they do end up getting that kill with that weird tri-lane rotation that we've been seeing more and more common with the Twin Gates.
It's a great start off that you can hope for on Lost Motis. A quick kill already, making use of the Blade Fury, which is occasionally have been picked up due to its spell when it comes to a hero in the earlier days of Dota against melee heroes, melee offlaners. Those are pretty reliable.
You used to go like Shadow Shaman, Jug, and just spin on people when they were stunned and you kill them, but that's not the case anymore. It doesn't deal as much damage, but it scales a lot better now with the attack speed, and I think it does something, has something to do with Juggernaut's attack damage. Don't recall how it works. Dota's a weird game with very weird niches.
Absolutely.
Well, one of those niches is this bottom lane here. We are going to be seeing this Timbersaw into the Medusa. Now, Timbersaw, level 1 reactive armor, actually one of the more common, or I mean less common builds. Normally see like the Q or the W you pick up for level 1, but not the case. Costa, can you explain what he's thinking about right now?
I think Timbersaw, you need a pretty good early game to be able to, start snowballing for that Earthshaker is gonna be, you know, securing the first 3 levels, then I am expecting Sladen to actually leave the lane, go for the 6 minutes rotations, maybe the 4-minute one as well, and that will he should be doing fine because he's going for the reactive armor build. So, and we already know how strong that is.
Yeah, no, Timbers are incredibly difficult to kill, especially both up against the Chen and the Medusa. Those two heroes that really only do physical damage,
Yeah.
I mean, especially with the creeps, with the right clicks coming out from the Medusa as well. I mean, you have the Mystic Snake, but besides that, you just heal that back up every now and then, and you're more than fine. So, a lot of ways to get the stacks on the Timber side. He's going for the 1-1-1 build. Pretty. Now it's transitioning to a more common build, I'd say. Just opted to get that level 1 reactive armor. I mean, probably because the Earthshaker was top. Could have been another reason, but that's a reason for another day, as we are going to be seeing 17 CS to 13 in this mid lane. I guess at the top lane as well. Stun hitting out under Mars, and you do have that Blade Fury that still provides magic immunity. One of the few things in the game, so nothing can be done to keep Sacred from going back to the fountain in his death.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Yeah, an additional kill on this melee offlaner. I just cannot stop highlighting it now that I'm seeing this jug, you know, from another angle, and I can already like justify its pick with these 2 kills. So I'm already convinced that this was the proper last pick. Alone is gonna be pulling the wave. It's one of our weird scenarios when the creeps are gonna be meeting in the river.
Let's gear up onto the high ground, but that Spirit Siphon gonna be able to heal him up. You do have the Inkswell coming in. Michael wants a piece of the Sea Smile pie, but the right clicks are the only thing that can follow through, and yeah, Magnus has to get out of there. Now you have the Earthshaker's Blade and rotating at that level, or minute 3, level 3, sorry, Mark. Oh, the Chinese here as well, actually, creating the separation required. Now Sladen, he's a lone man up onto this high ground, the skier as well, pushing him back in. The damage is going to be there. The right clicks from the Chen army, not going to be enough, as alone himself alone kills.
It's
Sladen,
insane.
who is alone.
It's insane how much damage the level 2 skewer can put out. It's the usual build that we are having on the Magnus. It's just
quite a
insane
lot of damage.
Yeah, it's just insane how much it scales just from level 1 to level 2, and it's not actually worth to level it up for 3 or 4. You just go for the 3 on Shockwave or 4, and additionally
Pin once again
Sacred.
on the Sacred. The Inkswell will actually connect out onto the Vengeful Spirit. Venge will die, the one last right click remaining. Gym Park continuing forward. No, there's going to be a little bit of equilibrium here, as you know, it's a little bit more firm.
Oh, we were wondering what the build is going to be coming out from Parker. He's already queuing up the Midas. He just doesn't care.
I guess, yeah. Attack speed is one of the better things that scales on the hero, as there is that Skiro underneath that Tier 1 tower. That was an RP, my friend. Alone. Styling on Sea Smile.
That's a solo kill as well, so...
My thrift reward.
Yeah, he did that alone.
Absolutely alone. He just used that old trick of changing positions, actually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about it. Just turning around and RPing into the DP.
Cool guys don't like explosions, but also cool guys don't like at their own RPs. I think Alone might have done that here. The 2 deaths from the Dire were both rotations made onto this mid lane, which means that Alone will be given those 2 kills, and therefore given quite a bit of experience and net worth to transition into this sort of mid to late laning stage here. The Devil is doing fine.
That was absolutely fine. He just went for the double level on reactive armor, and I think he should be fine with the additional helm. That is part of the Shiva's build, of course, and the whale. Rotations on mid. I don't really feel like Alone is killable.
No, I mean, all you do is skewer away, and then what? You know what I mean? Like, you just don't have the control for this.
Okay, they are gonna try though.
Yeah, they are gonna go. The skewer is actually popped.
Oh my god.
And the fissure misses. Alone, he TP's out of there.
Oh no. Is he even tipping Sladen?
Radiant's
Oh.
middle tower is under attack.
That's not a good sign. I think 99 times out of 100 alone dies there, but Sladen just did not hold the fissure. And now, Renge, yeah, he's gonna get stunned up the spear into the tree. One more shield crash will take him out, and Jim Park continuing forward. Nope, ends up going up onto the high ground because there is a Chen. The army has arrived, but even though the reinforcements are here, the call of retreat has been made.
He actually went for the Javelin instead of the Midas, which is a bit surprising to me because they are. You can actually feel like you are a bit behind on the jug. Not that much, of course. Where are
Oh, wait, that RP was committed. Skewer also under the tower. The Inkswell is going to follow Sladen under a lot of damage there as the Inkswell does hit out onto two, but Seasmile continuing forward with that Soul Siphon. Now he ends up turning around. And Juggernaut's here with an Omni Slash. Gets out onto the creep wave. Jim Park now spinning underneath the forest next to the tower. Will escape.
Okay, a few exchanges of spells and ultimates, but everybody's fine, I guess. They only get one kill.
I guess. Everybody's fine on Invaders. I mean, they just said, okay, make the play on us. And this is kind of the problem with the Lost Motis lineup, is that the clock is on them, because with this Medusa free farming as much as she is, top of the net worth, it's not even close. And the arena top gets 2 kills.
Yeah, I absolutely missed that. They are using the arena as soon as possible to, as soon as they got the information that the Omni Slash was on cooldown, forcing out the Blade Fury and a quick kill. Huh? Can they repeat the same button?
Yeah, Sladen is not going to miss this fissure. It's time to follow as well, but that's a huge wand, and now the bounce is actually, that's enough mana to turn around. Zara wants a little bit more, and Chen has arrived with the Army Devil. He's going to Timber Chain out of there. The stun, yeah, that rock is big, it's massive. It stuns for a little bit with the root as well. Devil, you cannot die before 10 minutes, my friend. This is going to spell disaster, as he does end up falling.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
An absolute, just twice over rotations that Sladen has been a part of and just has not connected in the way that they expected to.
And my favorite voice has been played as well. On edge. I just can't do the repetition of it, but it sounds something like this. As Invaders, it's looking very good for them. 5k up in 10 minutes, and
But RP pump fake. Okay, Alone, we see you. But Chen is here as well, and they get the arena. Under 2, skewer forward. They're not even going to use RP. It's just one team fight after another. Invaders are taking the space and casting the spells just enough to win these engagements.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Invaders are really on point with these rotations, answering these plays coming out from Lost Motis. They were about to take the tier 1 tower, capitalizing on the fact that the siege wagon is spawning, or a siege cube, but it's the other way around now, and they still have RP, as you said, so...
They didn't use RP for that, and I think Alone is probably going to look to take that as well. Just going to farm a little bit. Don't pops the RP. The skewer is level 4, so it gets back quite a ways. And with the Inkswell to follow, has the follow-up damage to the leash as well. Why not? Just a little bit of extra something, I guess. But the right clicks are going to come through. Yeah, that's a stone thrown and the root to follow. The skewer I don't think is available. Wait, they popped the Hand of God. They want to die the spear too, and they will. Alone gets the double kill. And now the army should be enough to secure this tier 1 tower mid, as there isn't even level 6 on Earthshaker to even pretend that like he can make a play here.
Even pretend.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah, double is
I mean, you can pretend, right? Like you're like, oh, I'm level 6, I'm gonna walk at you, but you can't even do that.
It's always troublesome to be an Earthshaker and being behind. It's always a tough job to catch up and get that Blink Dagger as soon as possible running.
He just needs the, yeah, he needs gold. He needs experience. They just need to give him a lane. But this mid lane should be available for him now to farm up level 6 and maybe get the arcane boots. Think about what he wants to do next.
It just feels like you are gonna be under constant pressure. Alone already got the Blink Dagger. He's not even revealing it, making a play with the invis immediately as the smoke up is out as well. So 3 heroes on beneath the fog of war. They would love to find C-Smile.
Yeah, he's in the trees, and they have that invis rune on the Magnus, popping him forward, and yeah, that's a skewer back with the arena. He's dead, and Sacred blinks forward out onto Slade, and that's 2 for nothing. A beautiful smoke rotation from Invaders, living up to their name, and now I'm kind of wondering, do Lost Motis have anything for the pressure? Yeah, they're keeping bottom. The skewer forward as well, they have the shockwave. Skewer's gonna miss, Devil continuing forward with the Timber Chain, but Sacred here, he's trying to find that spear angle. Devil, you are gonna get silenced up. Spear whiffs, Inkswell is there, so I don't think that's gonna whiff, but again, the silence coming through. Do they have the damage? It looks like the right click of silence is there. Sacred gets the one last spear, the impalement of Devil, put him on the stake. He is dead. And they're going to continue forward into this bottom area, I believe, with the Chen creeps. Is that a Vlad's that I'm seeing on Chen finished at 13 minutes?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my goodness, okay.
It's getting spicy here. Invaders with 9k ahead. Almost making it 1k a minute. It's insane how well they are playing this early game. The rotations, the ultimates coming out from even from the Chen is just a point. It's a thing of beauty, like watching them how they are executing this Chen lineup. This is how you're supposed to be playing Chen, though.
Oh, the blink forward, yeah, Sacred, he dodges the stun, but he's the thing. Okay, you're a little bit caught out now. No, but the Hand of God is going to turn around. RP out onto 1.
Parker is dead.
Yeah, Jim Park dies before he can get the Omni Slash off. He was silenced. And now that's another beautiful arena. Catching both. Plated. Devil, you're stuck in. And Sacred gets a 1 huge shield crush to finish it off. C-Small, you're on the side, but you can only look as there are blinks available. Inkswell forward. That's a skewer back. 1 more. He is gonna die. And next to Devil trying to deal the damage, but alone he walks up onto the high ground. They pop the exorcism. They want to continue forward. C-Small, he is hasted. Alone, you might end up dying for this. He goes into the middle of the creep wave. He wants to get denied, but no, it will not happen. And now this pesky Chen will have his life spared a little bit longer. The Inkswell out onto him for the movement speed, but C-Small, he is hasted with this exorcism, or maybe not a haste, but it is going to be the Timber Chain coming forward. Willing Death ends up cleaning out that kill. The spear forward will actually get Devil flipped out onto that tree. And with the exorcism, C-Small is going to take this bottom tower, and finally Lost Motis get 2 kills in return for basically being run over for the past 10 minutes.
Yeah, I just had to praise the Chen, and Stinger immediately went for a bad play under the tier 2 tower. Yeah. And yeah, this is a factor that they should be thinking about. That the DP is still very scary because we have, like, high HP heroes, and with the Spirit Siphon, it's not dealing a percentage-based damage anymore, but it's still very good. As the Axel have been found in the river. And they get more.
How do you say Axel God?
Axel?
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 Well, Axel, whatever you want to say. Jim Park, he's in a little bit of trouble here. It's, this middle tower gonna get taken out very slowly. Medusa not really known to be the best tower hitter, but you do have the Diffusal Blade finished up with the Manta style. The mana issues actually are going to be quite significant on the side of the Dire. RP used onto T-Smile. How many times have we seen this play this game as he will get taken out alone with the Shockwave? Sends the ripple through the heart of Lost Motis as they lose T-Smile once again.
Yeah, I mean, Sacred just said it. It's not that good for Lost Motis. Indeed, if you are going to be losing your high damage output hero, high damage source hero, which is the DP itself.
I mean, damage, survivability, right? It's everything that you kind of need on your team right now. Just 20 to 4 is the kill-death ratio for these teams. Oh, spear! Yeah, the arena forward, the blink forward. Can he get the spear out? Yes, he can. And that's 4 heroes surrounding you, Devil. You are going to be taken dead,
Bottom tower is
down,
under attack.
kicked, slapped, shot, even magic missiled from whatever the heck Chen does. Gym Park, actually. Omni flashing Magnus. He gets the kill on alone. The respect is not there, and now that with the 2 TP Sacred coming forward, he does have the Blink Dagger available. He wants to use it, but no, he's going to stun up Sladen. Gym Park, you're recognizing he is actually not the target. The right click's coming through, though. He is quite tanky, or doing quite a bit of damage, and with that vision coming from the wave of terror, he gets the double kill and spin TPs out of there. Sacred.
Sick play coming out from
Radiant's
Parker for
courier
sure.
has been killed.
Getting the Omni Slash and immediately a follow-up, just ignoring the silence from that Ghost Seasma. I was about to say I love the answer from MNZ or Kotaro, however you wanna call him. He answered all this aggressiveness coming out from the Timbersaw and the DP with an easy item with a very simple item to be picked up with the Diffusal Blade. I mean, you just cannot make plays around if your mana is constantly being reduced by my illusions and of course by myself as well. It's gonna be there are not gonna be any Spirit Siphons coming out if you don't have the mana. As alone, look at how aggressive he is.
I mean, he's got that bottled up haster, and he's gonna look for an angle. He does also have the RP available if he wants to use it, but again, trying to keep vision for his team, pops the haster and stutter stepping forward though. He sees Devil. I don't think that's the target that he wants. It will be the target that he grabs though. Skewer back with the RP, the spear as well. Oh my gosh, Devil, you just gotta take it to downtown to another place, but the swap save, but the shield is there. Devil, he's gonna heal up with the help, and now you have, of course, Kotara has arrived. Gem Park, he dies for this transgression as well. Devil, he will probably be next on the chopping block because that spear does end up connecting. He is gonna die here. That's a 3 for nothing. Invaders just went forward completely undeterred by any kind of answer that Lost Motis have, and now it appears as though Roshan might be given a visit, but it's not for the holidays.
Do they want to fight this? I mean, the heroes are gonna be respawning. You have the possibility to TP to the outpost, and you got the Blink Dagger finally available with the enchant, with the Echo Slam. There are many creeps though, so...
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely smoked up and are gonna look for this angle. The TP, if they do it now, might give this away. You know Sladen's looking for this. The ping out is there. They pop Exorcism. He's gonna blink in an Echo Slam. Yes, he does. So they get the Roshan. The spear forward on the side. Sladen snatches the Aegis. He does take it, but Seasmall, you're left all alone in the middle of everybody. Park has arrived. He spins the Hand of God, mitigating a lot of the damage, and you have Devil coming in as well. Gem Park, he really needs to deal with Omni, but he cannot. He gets speared the moment that spin ends. And Devil, you are the last man to stand after this incredible imposter of a play that you tried to make on Lost Motis. You just snatched the Aegis, but you lost another 3 again. I don't think that's worth it, but you have to try anything and everything you can to mitigate the pressure coming out from Invaders.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, you gotta try everything that you can. It was a play that it had to be happening, because this is how you should approach these team fights. This is how you should approach the game. At least try out these advantageous situations that you just made yourself for during the rush pit. And of course, it's the Chen and many creeps accompanying him, so the Echo Slam is pretty viable. I mean, they tried, they snatched the Aegis, but even that was just not enough. So, what's gonna be next? What's the next plan? Maybe defending on high ground only from now on?
I'm not sure what the next plan is. Maybe you can help me figure that out. I mean, Invaders probably just take all the outer tier 2s, even though you don't have Aegis, and then you just slow siege because you still have the Medusa. Like, you don't need to end the game right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. You can just, I don't know, it feels a bit weird. On Invaders, it's more like down to earth. You just control the map, get as much as out of the map that you can, and you're looking for the skills as Parker. He's even that scared that he's gonna be committing the Blade Fury. Can they get a kill?
Yeah, this is the swap is gonna be there. And they will use the RP on him as well, the leash in the background, so C-Smile can't even get out of there if he wanted to, but of course the Vengeful Spirit swap is going to lead to a death. And they're going to go up onto this high ground. Invaders don't even want the tier 2 top. They just want whatever they can get. And Steve Smile calls GG and disconnects from the game. He's had enough of this tomfoolery. That is going to be it for game 1 as it's 30-6. Invaders having a KD of 5-1 on their team so far in this first game.
That was insane. A well executed Chen lineup. I mean, 21 assists on the Chan. Stinger really made a big show here for game number 1, and this is their strike back. As you mentioned, they have lost 2-0 against Los Motis on the upper bracket finals, so this is already a payback time. So Invaders, clapping my hands as they get the game number 1. Anything else that we might want to point out?
The one thing I will say about Los Motis going into game 2 is that they drafted for this really strong offlane and they didn't put any resources in to protect the Timbersaw. So what ended up happening was, yeah, Timbersaw was alone, but Sladen like had to give up a lot of his farm and experience to put Devil in the situation that he was, and it wasn't even like, gotta be honest, not that great of a Timbersaw game anyway. Like, if you're gonna first pick your offlaner, you kind of have to also put resources into it if you want to make it work. You can't just first pick a Timbersaw and then leave him alone. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be a good Timbersaw game because you did pick it first. So, and that Chen put on an incredible amount of pressure. I mean, it's going to be difficult for Los Motis to recover mentally from this one. But you know, C-Smile hit the disconnect, so he's going to hit the reset button right away. And maybe the rest of the team can follow suit, but
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's bottom barracks is fallen. Dire's bottom barracks is fallen.
Monster kill!
Dire's middle barracks. Radiant victory.
I am beyond your gaze, Death Prophet.
Have some cajones. These boys have a lot of cajones. They bring out the Enigma.
Okay, yeah. I'm going Los Motis as well. The lineup of Invaders is just too greedy. There is not enough room for everybody. They're gonna be disrupting their own farming patterns, and this is Axel.
And there must be something with the tags, you know, just adding as there's a Stormhammer from Jim Park. Surprise for alone, but he is not actually alone. As Stinger and Michael, they rotate around, but stuck as the Arc Warden and eventually gonna die despite a nice stun from Sacred. Sladen will be the exchange kill. Can they get Kotaro on top of this? Or even Stinger? Something more would be so nice. Beautiful fade. Bolt, but at the same time, no kill onto Stinger.
As we can already see, he's leading by 2 last hits. Oh, I'm sorry, but we missed a kill because of me. Stinger and Kotaro might be run down as well. Nice spike.
Beautiful spike. But the Inferno Blade as well. Devil diving in, but the Scorched Earth. It's a good tactic.
After level 6, with an additional hero. Talking about the additional hero, now they have 2.
No time to chit chat as Devil diving down. Yeah, there goes the Scorched Earth. It's a good play, but at the cost of sacrificing Devil, I think Sladen might get caught as well, as the Tempest double is actually going to set up another Spark Wraith, and Kotaro is happy to take the kill. Hi, XTS, or actually named Stinger, as X-Stinger gonna get wrecked 2 pieces. And yeah, an instant 4-man reaction.
Or 3-man.
Coming out onto Devil as Lucifer himself. It's like a big exorcism coming out from Invaders as they're gonna move on to Los Motis' offlane once again, taking Sladen with them. For granted, Michael gets the kill, while Kotaro is just gonna be happy that he can chill farm. But they're mitigating it a lot.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because that's the tower that's enabling your Swan to farm the jungle. Once the tower falls, or you need the initiation to slide in, it's gonna be a kill.
Bye, Simba. As Winter's Curse on Stinger. Okay, interesting. As Axel trying to escape the double Wraith. Spark as Faker rotating out. Get the back hole off on top of Faker. Biased towards that. I think the Echo's just too good with the got strength as Sladen. He's just multi-sucking people off Sacred with a very low HP. Faker diving forward, and he's just gonna overload the Centaur as the Black Hole once again with the connection, but stunned down, controlled is the Enigma. As on to Michael, they make a return. Los Motis. Oh no. My analyst, ladies and gentlemen. As up with the stun on the Stinger, he has nothing to answer as he will pay for his sins. Doom out onto a low, nice Stampede control, but the Doom is stolen. Devil get wrecked by the Rubik Pentagram. Down bottom, we have a big catch onto Sacred, as with the God Strength, Jim Park just takes care of the Centaur Warrunner. There is, on the other hand, Faker. Oh no, he's not gonna go in for the bounty, knowing full well that there's a black hole waiting just for him with his name on it.
His bait was huge. They scanned the top part, top part of the Roche pit. They found out that they might be doing Roche. Then the Sentinel showed them bottom that he's gonna be safe farming, and they got him. Now they are gonna be going for Roche. Oh, the strategy of this game, or actually realizing that they don't have enough damage, so they are gonna be smoking up. Oh my god! Here
comes the smoke though from Invaders. They're coming in with the reaction axles, very front and center, which I'm not really a fan of. As Jim Park, stoning of the Warcry alone, going forward with a Tempest double, but here comes Devil with the Shiva's Guard. He's trying to find some information. They find the loot on the back line. Kotaro is just gone. MNZ is dead. But yes, they do find the counter onto the Winter Wyvern. That is a crucial part of the Los Motis plan. Stinger, on the other hand, and he just, he wanted the black hole, but the Stormhammer shoved in his face. Goodbye, Stinger.
That was the black hole interrupted. He even casted it. Oh no.
He's just tempting them with a bit of a taunt, but out ball lightning backwards. Michael jumping with Sacred. There goes the Doom as the stolen Doom going back onto Devil. Stinger trying to make an approach, then goes with the harpoon. Jim Park, he's just cleaving through the Tempest double. along with Stinger taking out the Enigma there. I hear an Eclipse going out, but the Hexblade stayed, and he's just sitting with his suction. As he stuns up the Luna Faker, he cannot slide long enough, but the Harpoon will pull in the Rubik nice and close. The Arctic Burn stolen will not do any help for the Rubik.
Yes, Saker.
Slide in onto the Centaur. He doesn't get the hoof stomp off though. Yule?
He just wants to force the Stampede.
Yule stamp up. And yeah, with the Stampede trying to run away as in comes Stinger. Does have the black hole available. You'll put it out onto 2 as the stolen out Arctic Burn. A control onto the Enigma as they will just start hunting people down, finding the real Arc Warden. He's not the Pinocchio this time as Kotaro in with the God strength. Jim Park going forward. He has the Aegis, he has the BKB, and the power of the devil behind him, but no,
He's having fun.
I don't know what Sladen's doing. It's such a weird build. If they would be losing, it would be so bad for the best. Faker gotta eat the Eclipse as in comes Jim Park. He's like, I'm gonna lay down the Stormhammer as a Doom down onto Kotaro on top of everything. Hex up onto the Enigma. 70 seconds without the Luna as Stinger trying to throw out some Eidolons is still gonna get mana sucked as the Cleave is doing so much damage onto the Enigma. Devil super deep with the Winter's Curse. A bit of control coming out onto Sacred. As with the BKB, Devil's just gonna disconnect. Beautiful Gleipnir timing though, as with the Hustam, they'll take out.
Sacred dying once again. Oh, Stampede, no mana! Oh no.
An unholy death on Sacred. As Kotaro.
That's why you build the wall magic one, not just the stick. Lesson learned.
Kotaro gonna get the Tormentor with the help of the Eidolons. Stinger almost dying into the play. As yeah, Alone now has the Boots of Travel, but as we can see Faker just diving in onto Stinger, trying to bait out the black hole. As Jim Park, he's just wrecking down Kotaro. My lungs. It's not a good day to be Kotaro right now.
Yeah, and look at them. They almost up.
Catch out onto the Rubik. Michael is just gone. Gleipnir onto 2. Alone coming about. But no kills, no dice, no coconuts as Sacred gonna get pulled back with the Harpoon. Arctic Burn on the other side will try and double edge onto the enemy as Jim Park. He's just gonna throw out the Stormhammer and Faker. He's just right there with the connection. Sacred will fall like a pile of bricks. Wind Waker, I love it. More intelligence, more damage. And speaking of Faker, more damage, more control. Kotaro, they just easily control the Luna as a huge stun coming out from Clayton. From the other side of the map, they just dive to high ground now. As the Doom comes out, Doom stolen, throw it out onto Faker. As out comes the Winter's Curse, they get control onto Rubik. As the Wind Waker will save out on the Storm. As Stinger will call out the GG and Lost Motis. Our caster Bless will push them to the victory of game number 1.
Absolutely dominating as soon as they realize that, guys, we can actually have 5 good players, 5 good heroes. How about we start pressing buttons and start buying items? And yeah, they won the game. Okay, let's see how this game is gonna be looking. At least Doom got the right set. Poor Stinger doesn't have any sets, you know, because his account got compromised.
You know, honestly, like, as it's a big meet after the smoke, Stinger will break Sladen's. Actually, just walking straight across. Jim Park with the wraparound. We'll put out the early observer. Ward Alone will be spotted.
They were about to pull out the same play. Oh, Seasmile?
Oh, they see Chris Luck though, dodging out of here. Oh, it's actually Seasmile here instead of Faker. Hello there, how's it going? Well, why not get bullied by Invaders straight up from the game, and it's Stinger. Moving on to Michael, Axel moving in with the Mystic Snake as the Fable connects on so many of them. Jim Park with the Stormhammer coming out with a Snowball. It's just delaying inevitable as Michael will fall onto Stinger. They make a turn. Stinger trying to hold on. Sladen will eventually die as onto Alone they turn. That is the big kill you can get as the Invoker. Gonna, what?
Get the kill, guys, what?
What? They're just
What's
gonna ignore him,
happening?
and they will cold snap Jim Park. What is going on? Axel at least gets the kill on top of the... What? What?
Oh my god.
Snake here says Alone. A bit of dissimulate sitting onto the Invoker. C-Smile will dodge the EMP. Does have another Aether Remnant. Resonant Pulse available. In goes the Sunstrike. A kill from Invaders. Actually, there's a huge fight on bottom. Axel coming around the bend. They still lose out on Sladen. Can they turn out on to Kotaro? Out comes Michael. The position for Doom. He's just zoning them out right now. Axel with 0 mana. He's just gonna get the right clicker. And Kotaro will go down. Yeah, and that is what we thought. The laning stage is definitely going to be going for Invaders as 1 by 1. It's a return kill coming out from the boys. Beautiful blood grenade onto Michael and Gotar, but I don't think they can kill the sniper, but they might as well try. In with a Pit of Malice. They get the control on to the sniper. Another right click is going to be enough, and Sladen will get... It's Alone and Michael coming out with the gank. Onto Jim Park they go with a cold snap, and they lock him down. The Mortimer's Kiss is coming through. The damage is a lot to deal with. As in comes Stinger as well. They sit on Jim Park with the play. Pit of Malice coming through from Devil. Can he even get Sacred is the question, as C-Smile finishes off the Grandma.
Why not you?
Devil
Can they
with the
go for
turnaround.
Stinger? I think Stinger is...
Astral Step is available.
Nice guess from Devil.
In with the Remnant. No, it's actually going to hit Roshan. It's the wrong direction, C-Smile. It's the other way. As on Stinger he goes with the Resonant Pulse. Out comes the Snowball. A lot of time, but another Astral Step should be enough. Oh, not really a key, but a tusk indeed, as Axel. Gotta get Scorched Earth, Scatter Blasted as well. The Mana Shield is holding on pretty well. I wouldn't say unkillable. To be honest with you, AZ was stacked back up with the Magic Wand. Michael. Gonna need to run, but in comes C-Smile again. Does not get the remnant, but a beautiful telekinesis will save it. Ice Sharks coming through with a snowball.
We're gonna bring Tinker back from the dead.
I think Chris Lock plays the Meepo on mid, so we might be seeing one of that as well. But I hope not. They are gonna be picking up the Enchanters. I mean, pretty much casual first phase heroes.
Yeah, the Enchantress here is going to be,
5
and
seconds.
it has to be Invaders
Radiant's team
one of their best heroes. Check out Cyberscore, by the way, for all of their Dota stats and needs. It has been, Stinger has played this Enchantress 24 times and has a 56% win rate on the hero, which is pretty good actually. So I'm going to opt into the Enchantress pool, and I can't say I don't blame them.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Enchantress is definitely have been a very famous pickup for most of these teams. It was, I think, ever since 2000, ever since the i8, it's just never getting out of meta. Ever since the new patches are being introduced, I feel like they don't pick up Enchantress at the start, but as the meta is developing, Enchantress tend to appear time to time. The Taskband, Lion, nothing big, nothing that would be a big surprise. Maybe Viper. It's I can justify that for you. In South America, there been a trend as Infinity the previous season in season 8 started picking up Viper, and their enemies or their opponents had like no answer to it. They were confused and had no idea how to solve the Viper issue. So. It's just better being banned against these tricky teams like the likes of the Invaders.
We're gonna be seeing the Death Prophet go through once again. It's one of Chris Luck's best heroes of the past year, and the fact that Lost Motis was able to clean it out.
Radiant team pick.
No, Lost Motis lost. Hold on a minute. I'm getting the game confused. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna come back. Lost Motis did play it. Yeah, they got rolled with the Death Prophet. So they're probably not going to go
10
back to that
seconds
again,
remaining.
which was the point I was trying to make, but got confused myself somehow
5
for no
seconds
reason, no
remaining.
assist required. Um, with that being one of Chris like best heroes, which hero pool do you think he's gonna have to go back to? Like, are we gonna have to see some old like Shadow Fiend mid
Radiant
deal
team pick.
happen here for him?
I don't feel like, but Shadow Fiend would be a really interesting take because you already got some nice setups for it, Thatchies and Clockwork. This is actually gonna put either the Thatchies or the Clockwork on position 4. I'm not really sure. I can't really make a decision just yet, but I
10
would put the
seconds
Thatchies for 4 because of better scaling.
5
And as you said,
seconds
Shadow
remaining.
Fiend. I mean, it would be decent this game. Got your bottle, got your runes secured by these two heroes that have been already picked up. But I don't really feel
Yeah.
like Shadow Fiend is like a hero currently in this patch. So
Yeah, he hasn't really performed that well, so probably won't be seeing it. Maybe like a Storm Spirit to get on the back of like Scrimstroke and maybe deal some damage to this Enchantress is the other option. Pangolier hasn't been banned out. That's another option.
Pangolier is there. All the spirit heroes are still available as I see. But for now, I think they are gonna go for something on position 3. March available. Timbersaw once again. It's a rare case that Timbersaw is going unnoticed or unpicked or unbanned in the first phase, even the second phase. We might see Timbersaw once again, but you should be a bit careful because Enchantress and Grimstroke are a duo that does do quite well against the Timbersaw.
Well, it is a sacred hero as well. If invaders want to pick it up, they do have Sacred House played the Timbersaw quite a bit. Doesn't have the best record on it, but I mean, still, if it's a decent
Dire
game
team
for it, though, I will say the amount of magic damage that's on Lost Motis right now, Clockwork is deceptively very good at isolating targets and dealing the damage out. They're going to go for instead the Beastmaster on Lost Motis.
This is a very famous hero, Frank, I believe.
remaining.
I think he has more than 100 games and a really big percentage on it,
seconds
considering all his professional games. I believe he got like 72% win rate. That's basically just insane. And as you said, Sacred and his Timbersaw is appearing, so invaders are gonna be trying out whether this hero is gonna be working or not. I think it's gonna be working. Of course, you have to still consider as Beastmaster as
10
something good
seconds
against the
remaining.
Timbersaw because of the Wild Axe's amplifying damage, and many people forget body boards are actually piercing, so it's
Yes.
really good. Medusa, why not? Why not again?
Yeah, why not, dude?
It's been working
The
great.
one thing I will say is they'll probably lane Stinger on this Enchantress up against the Beastmaster, which means that the boards are not going to be great. You just steal them and then, you can't board up. So probably going to be the Beastmaster going for the Wild Axes build up instead. I'm not sure that's been the preferred build, at least for a while, and we do see the Morphling coming out here for Parker. So it's going to be Sea Smile that needs one hero, and of course Alone that needs a hero.
Dire team bad.
The both spirits are, I was going to say Ember Spirit's available. That's going to get taken up. They're going to assume that Lost Motis will ban out the Magnus if they don't want to pick it up here, but...
Oh, it's been already banned, so I think...
Oh, it's been banned out by Lost Motis already? Okay, well they're
10
definitely not going to
seconds
deal with that
remaining.
then.
But as
Fantasy
you said,
Arena.
Magnus should have been like a very contested hero if it's not gonna go banned, because it's really good on both sides. We are actually seeing a new popular trend rising up on the horizon, which is picking Magnus for these strong base damage ranged heroes, and the amplification from the Magnus that
10
40%
seconds
is
remaining.
pretty good, and it should be good for Morph or Medusa, because both of these
5
heroes,
seconds
are
remaining.
scaling pretty well with their base damage. But no Magnus this time. You were talking about Storm Spirit. I think Storm Spirit is certainly an option here. South America, so it's Queen of Pain as well. White Spirit is really popular.
Radiant team
Sniper.
battle.
Chris is not an Invoker player, which would be the obvious pickup, I think, for me for him. You have EMP from Mana Burning and Tornado to disrupt both the Timbersaw and the Grimstroke.
I don't want to disrupt you, but this sniper,
10 seconds remaining.
this sniper ban is pretty much signaling me that we might see a very strange hero along the likes like Lina is not available anymore. I think Outward Devourer. I've been teaching many players about Outward Devourer and how it's supposed to be played, and I've been always telling the younger generation that Sniper is a very strong pick against it. And you know, it just feels weird to get Sniper being banned. It's a hero that, as we said previously, not really
It is
active.
a hero that Chris has played twice. He did play it in the current year, so I mean, maybe that's like some deep preparation that Invaders has right now, but I'm not sure. It's probably also that counter ban as you're talking about.
You will find out, because
10
Invaders,
seconds remaining.
it's up to them what you're gonna be pick alone. Got,
5
I mean, 2
seconds
more
remaining.
minutes basically to figure out what he wants.
Yeah, they got plenty of time. They're gonna sink their teeth right into this cushion that they've got going on for themselves, which means that, you know, for us it's a lot more theory crafting. The other option maybe is the Void Spirit.
I like the White Spirit. I was thinking about some heroes that can start shaping the fight, like the Mars or the Beastmaster on their own, because they lack control in my eyes. If they could get some, Void Spirit is not the best, but it's decent. I like the idea. Storm Spirit is fine as well. OD wouldn't be good anymore.
This is actually, I think, this is the first time Chrislock is playing. No, it's not. No, Quap is one of his most. I've skipped over it twice. Quap is one of his most played, but like middle of the table heroes that he's got in his pool. 50% win rate for 14 games. So last played it last year. So it's been a few months since he's played this in a professional setting. Last we'll have to see if it pays out.
Yeah, Queen of Pain is definitely one of the benefiters of the new trend, which is the okay, let's go. This is your control. This is the control I was talking about. I'm pretty happy that somehow we both predicted it. This is the control you need to win a team fight. This is something that you lacked, and what else other than Kunkka, the control hero himself with the water park, as many casters name it this way. It's gonna be fun.
What team are you favoring coming out of this?
Oh, that's a strong question, though. Give me some time, I believe, until at least the game starts.
Okay. Well,
I like the Kunkka, but
you like the Kunkka. There's a lot of things to like about both teams here, but as we kind of wrap things up in our heads, we are of course gonna go into game 2 between Lost Motis and Invaders. Game 1 went the way of Invaders, so if they win this one, they're up 2-0, and Lost Motis would have to reverse sweep in order to retain a shot at getting the title of EPL World Series America Season 9, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
You know, going 9 seasons strong, getting that victory of Season 9 would be a pretty nice addition to the hardware that these teams are looking forward to.
Let's see how this game is gonna be unfolding with the Kunkka. As I said, I'm a big fan.
For battle.
But I gotta go for Los Motis, just because of Parker playing the Morphling. I'm entrusting him with all my luck and all my desires that he might win this game. But the last pick Kunkka is a really good hero that they got going for themselves on Invaders.
You know, I'm going to have to be the contrarian here. I think Invaders have an incredibly strong lineup. You have the Control paired up with the Medusa and the Timbersaw, and you take a look at the stats here for Invaders. I mean, you look at M&Z, 10 games on this Medusa, 80% win rate. Michael, 14 games on this Grimstroke, 64% win rate. Alone, 11 games, 64% win rate. Stinger, 24 and 58, as I said before. So, I mean, everybody on Invaders repping a plus 50% win rate. And if you take a look at the other side, Lost Motis, Frank, Beastmaster, 24 games, 67% win rate, but that is the only win rate above 50% on his team in terms of player to hero duality. So we're going to have to see, or combo is an even better word, is they're going to go up onto this high ground. Those cogs getting in the way, but of course the right clicks to farm up a little bit of extra money. That's 3 CS available for Invaders. They have won the game already.
But
Except they're down a rune,
yeah,
so never
they
mind.
down a rune, but at least they got 3 cogs. So, but of course the runes are worth a bit more, as it's spreading to you all around your teammates. Some 1 versus 1 action. The board.
Yeah, XTS here doing the damage out onto Sladen, as you said. We've got the mid lane going on. We've got the Queen of Pain and the Kunkka. This is a pretty standard lane, actually. There's nothing weird going on here. And that's not a sarcastic remark. That is me being genuine. What can you tell me about this Morphling here up against this Timbersaw?
It's gonna be a tough one, because Sacred always has the option to skip the reactive armor, which will be the case in my opinion. Go for the pure damage build and double down on the fact that dealing pure damage onto the morph is really something that you should be capitalizing on, but I'm not sure how he can execute it with the aid of the Grimstroke, because it's definitely a hard one to get on top of this morphing. I think it's not that popular to go for the waveform anymore until like level 7, but I think it will be necessary nonetheless.
Yeah, the more greedy and traditional build is to just ignore the waveform, get the points in the morph and the adaptive strike, and then worry about everything else later. But you know, even with Axel in the lane, it's not like it's a clockwork. You know what I mean? He'll be able to bully the Grimstroke a little bit, but the Timbersaw will always have the option of coming in with their Timber Chain, Whirling Death, get a kill. Gotta be careful. Even though Clock is the universal hero now. I'm thinking coming up on him, they did actually go out onto Sacred, but that's going to be the turnaround with the Ink Spell on Sacred. He's going to continue on with that Whirling Death. Nothing happens, just a trade. Very good.
Just some exchanges, popping the Tango and the Salve on one side, and the Stick as well, which is always considered to be one of the best items, early game items for Morphling. What's happening on top? Let's see. Kotaro.
I don't think anything.
Yeah, Kotaro is losing a slightly bit of an HP, but Stinger, what are you doing? You're just tanking the wave. Oh, okay, never mind. You got the Nature's Attendant. And the Kobold. Look at the Kobold.
He's gonna steal the weapon.
Steal the
I'm slated. He's gonna take the rocket launcher. I can't believe that's what it's called. Steal weapon. Interesting. Alright. Now, what if Cobalt Soldier actually took the model of the weapon while you were disarmed? Can you imagine? That would be pretty cool.
I think the programmers or the developers might have a difficult session including that in the game.
They just rip it out of the player's hands. Yeah. Well, Timbersaw leading the score here, 22-16. Sacred is showing showing Devil how it's done on this Timber Saw. Actually, the other way around. Hold on, the H-Ball. Timber Chain forward. I think the target was Clockwork, but now it's going to be onto this Morphling who gets the Strength Morph off now. But Axel, he's got the Cogs available if he wants to use it, but going into the Creep Wave is sacred, so these rocket batteries are going to spread around all over the place. Not the kind of spell usage you want to use, but it'll be fine.
I like how Parker is completely unbothered. He just went for the Adaptic Strike on the range clip, securing the kill in between the two enemy heroes.
This is why he's some of the best in the world, right? You gotta prioritize yourself on the farm. I think most people would have panicked.
Yeah, but he knows the priorities of hitting some creeps should be the most important one. As alone,
I mean, he's fine. He ended up going for the bottle and the bracer. Yeah. There's either two builds. There's either bottle bracer or there's bracer for most strength and universal mids. He's got the X mark going on here, but you know, no torrent, so it's just going to be fun.
Oh, no refill. Interesting.
Okay. Well, I mean, Slater must have TP'd from the top lane.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
So, no bottle refill to be had. Instead, he's making his way bottom. It looks like there's like a weird... This is a very weird gank coming from Slater, and it's gonna work out though. Sacred has no idea it's happening. The blast off comes through.
Misses.
Only hits onto one. Yeah, this is a whiff. Axel left alone here. Sacred Timber Chains forward out onto the Deckies. All three of them do end up dying, but wait, Gem Park just wait for him. He leveled it up pretty early on. And Sacred now, I mean, he's getting zoned out by the Axel here, who ends up getting that kill. And Devil top, he dies because he was left alone. Sladen was nowhere to be found. He does end up falling. So not only is it a failed gank attempt on the side of Lost Motis, but they lose their offlaner as well.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one to swallow. As Sacred basically getting out like on 50 HP. He was pretty lucky to be staying alive long enough so he can pop the magic wand one additional time.
If you have 50 HP or 1 HP, you've still done the calculation correct. The math was right in your head. And yeah, I mean, secures that lane. What is the Beastmaster's skill build here? Does he have a point in Boar? He does. Okay, so he has 2 points in Boar against the Enchantress. Interesting. I wonder how that's worked out for him. I guess you don't care?
I feel like it's, you know, Enchantress is a straight what?
That's a Sonic Wave onto alone, but it's Axel who's gonna fall here. Yeah, you get the Enchantress into the cogs, but the right clicks are there. And was that the farm the creep wave?
I think so, because deep pushing the creep wave might have meant that your tier 1 tower is gonna stay alive. I've been seeing many ultimates being used, for example, like taking 4 or 5 times stacked neutral camps, but this was even weird for me as well.
Well, he Sonic Waved. He Sonic Waved to try to protect the tower, but then the creeps just got forwarded.
Yeah,
so, like,
they got clipped. And
now that X Mark combo is going to come in. It does end up landing, but again, not going to do anything. 2 ults used in the mid for really weird reasons, and now Gem Park has arrived. Gets the kill. The blast off hitting out onto the Kunkka, so they're going to continue. Alone, getting slowed up by that pesky little mine attached to him. The rocket flare as well, getting some vision, but that's going to be it as he just walks away. Double bracer finish for him, so he actually went both the double bracer and bottle. But Axel, looking for more. The only thing he's going to be finding are creeps.
Interesting that Parker is actually going to go for the Falcon Blade instead the Vlads that we are seeing nowadays. Oh my god.
Oh, wait a second. Yeah, Parker, you're in a little bit of trouble here. Sacred doesn't really have the mana to continue the onslaught, but wait, no, he does. I think he went the wrong way, Parker! Agi shifting, does have the wand available, does use it. I mean, it's trying to play with the strength morph as much as he can. There's no TPs that I can see on the minimap, so Parker, you're completely alone, my friend. But there's no mana, there's no damage left. Parker, he recognizes that he's completely fine, and meanwhile, Devil gets a solo kill top. They're continuing forward, though, bottom. Oh, wait, no, never mind, along up and top lane. Look at the return kill. Devil ends up getting right-clicked down. Yeah, he will fall, but of course, the waveform bottom Parker is so tanky, and the Inkswell on the Sacred with the shocker.
Oh, the Sonic Wave doesn't hit.
No, it doesn't connect. It's a little out of the range.
Oh, Chris Lock, you're just not getting lucky today with these Sonic Waves. And
He's
Sacred.
Chris, but he's not lucky. Oh,
back.
Axel.
Double bracer, tuning you up. You don't need reactive armor to be leveled up again. It seems to be enough.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. Well, they've got the X mark to follow, but is there any follow-up stun?
Oh, there is.
Timing is there with the Centaur. Do they have the silence? Yes, they do. And the Inkswell, that's going to be enough. Chris Luck ends up going down. See, Smile, you are donezo, Alonzo, my friend.
Oh, perfectly layered those stuns. Torrent Storm, then the Centaur, and the Phantom's Embrace finishing it off.
You got it. That's a level of team coordination that you really gotta take care of there. And we're seeing it once again that Invaders have this sort of zoo early on the support, and it's translating into a lot of pressure as the boat comes up top. The rum buff. I can't imagine the Invaders are that much sober right now. They must be feeling the high of their last win as they're continuing forward 6-2 so far, 10 minutes in. And now worth, of course, the Medusa, queen of the charts so far.
Oh no, the Kobold, don't let it die. Oh.
It died.
Feels bad, man.
That's a misplay.
The amount of GP he was providing was actually not that significant, but you are always happy for 20 extra gold per minute. And it's scaling, so you should not forget that. The more levels that you are gonna be getting, the more level the Kobold is gonna be getting.
That's 100 gold in 5 minutes, dude. It adds up.
Yeah.
It'd be like a couple clarities, but no amount of clarity is gonna make you kind of assume that Barker's gonna situation. It's gonna go for the TP strength morph. He gets out of there.
And they get Stinger on the other side of the map, so they have been punished on the Invaders for this rotation on bottom, which they whiffed. Oh, but at least he got the Kobold once again.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, Parker is
structures
very tanky.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough one to kill with this Falcon Maid, isn't it?
Yeah. The shovel gets 100 HP as well, I believe. That's a Primal Roar used up top. Devil with the Whirling Axe trying to get that damage done, but I don't think the Clockwork's really going to provide a lot. But the Tankies just blasted off underneath the tower. No follow-up. The Rook heading out onto the Medusa, and of course, with TP on out of there, he recognizes there are no stuns. Alone does not get the X mark of it on time, and everybody on Lost Motis and evades this engagement. So Invaders run a hot streak.
They're gonna be fine with this tier 1 towers, planting this aggressive ward. It's gonna be showing them that there is no one approaching it. Oh, the stacks have been revealed.
Does he see the stacks? He sees the stacks.
On bottom? What?
What?
What just happened?
What? How does...
My question is how did Parker get the kill? He was so far away.
Adaptive strike, probably?
Maybe. It's gonna be a...
yeah, he might have adaptive strike before the Timber chain. Yeah.
It's gonna be a mystery forever.
You can just look at the replay, but I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna watch as the stacks are being taken and it's the Medusa getting them. The worst case scenario for Lost Motis at the moment with how much farm Medusa's not only getting but taking away from the enemy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Parker's having a good game, but he's the only one on his team really getting or staying competitive with the net worth.
Oh my god, look
And
at
that
the
was a
damage.
smoke, I believe, that just got taken off immediately. That X-Ball is not going to connect, and now they have to walk back together, but they're constantly getting pulled back. Right click coming through onto the tech. He's one up getting the kill on Parker. He's blocking around his clockwork, but they say, nope, we're going to have to back out here. But alone, he wants a little bit more. Is he going to torrent up? He is thinking about the blind torrent just to catch the Morphling off guard. He's got the combo going.
We just
Morphling gets it.
look kerosene, letting the Morphling know that you are hiding beneath these shadows. You are in the trees, you're ready for anything.
Ready for anything indeed, but
Parker, he's looking strong for now. He hasn't made any big mistakes just yet. Alone? You know, just showing who is boss around this area.
he got hit by an X-Ball. Wait for him forward. He wants to adapt, and he does, but it's not going to be enough damage. And that's 3 heroes. Hold on, there were 4 people. They might turn around.
Oh,
They have the X-Mark available, but there's that counter smoke available. The hook shot onto the back line. They have Beastmaster here as well. Sonic Wave coming through. That's 1 dead. 2 dead with the Grimstroke. And the Timber Chain coming forward. Timbersaw does end up dying here. Now Devil right-clicking down this Tonka. And it's a 1v3, my friend. Medusa, how strong are you at 15 minutes? Just right-clicking through. It's a bait with the illusion, but they say no. They know who the real one is. The Mystic Snake giving back some HP, but this illusion on the bottom is actually doing quite a bit of damage. I don't think he's gonna do it, but he does end up getting 1 kill. The creep is there, but that is a killing spree on the side of Jim Park.
Whew. Parker.
And that would have been embarrassing if Lost Motis died to that Medusa there. 15 minutes. That's
But it's still a scary opponent that they are having on this Medusa. If you consider that.
You know what? If he had Diffusal Blade, I think he actually does that.
Yeah. And picking up the
wait a
Blade
second.
soon, Sacred is just gonna be playing around with Blink Dagger, which is some lags, which is really trendy nowadays, that you just pick up the Blink Dagger and go for this really bold plays, or doing the shenanigans with the Timber Chain. You can always play around those spells pretty nicely.
The fact that Blink is now like the premier Timbersaw build is crazy to me. Like, you have Timber Chain, which is a 4-second cooldown, long range escape, and you just buy Blink Dagger so you can go in without Timber Chaining. Like, hello, dude.
It's more like
There's
about
so much.
Yeah, it's more like about being aggressive and being unexpected, with the unexpectedness that this Blink Dagger is going to be providing you. You can do some crazy amount of burst damages with the Timber Chain. I'm sorry, the Chakram, of course. So maybe it's something along those lines. Axel?
Yeah, I mean, I think the attraction switches him up, but that's going to be a hook shot. Onto Alone, he's actually looking for a target, but that boat is going to do a little bit of zoning. They get the leash out onto 2. Is there going to be an X available? Yes, there is. So both will be brought back. And that's a Centaur stomp waiting to happen. And we're going to wait continuously forever as that Centaur does die. That stun will not occur.
I was about to say, this is a great opportunity to smoke up and get most out of this. As long as Alone is not going to be having this ship. He has the blade.
No, they want the Spear 1 tower mid. And that's a blast off that's going to completely whip. He gets silenced here. But they do find the Enchantress, who gets blown up immediately. Sacred coming through. And they are going to go out onto Parker. He gets hit by the silence, but he is strength 53. He's going to be fine. You have Kotaro with the stun as well. They have the control. Do they have the damage? That's the question. He's brought back with the wave. He turns it back into the Timbersaw, but he finally dies. The Timbersaw. Sacred gets the kill, but that's going to be that Inkswell. Is it going to pop? It will, but it's going to hit nobody. And the Medusa trying his best to deal the damage out, but that's going to be the Shiva's Guard flipping out onto Sacred. He will fall. Devil getting right click down. You have the bird to get vision.
No TP.
Kotaro coming forward. Yeah, TP out. And
force that
forward. Talk about the micro. That is so sick. But Devil, he's fast. Nope, never mind. He is hit by the Diffusal Blade. My friend, you're going to hit by the snake as well. The right clicks are there. One more. That's enough. And Kotaro, MNZ, he doesn't need a name. He knows that he is the king that team fight, and he is well on his way to being an absolute threat continuing forward into this game.
Yeah, sick clay is coming out from Stinger in the end as well. You know, not hitting with the centaur, instead of pre-approaching how this Beastmaster is gonna be escaping and already blocking its path. It's pretty nice play from him as well. And as you said, MNZ got nothing else to do, just right click in this fight and press the ultimate once. So, and he's pretty happy with this. He's gonna be approaching this dispersal. He's not gonna get it within 1 minute, but for 21st minute, I think it's gonna be secured.
Yeah, he's well on his way to being that absolute threat. Of course, with that disperser, you'll be able to, you know, disperser ulti, just run through the entire enemy team.
Yeah.
Parker, I mean, he was playing with fire for such a long time, ended up getting clipped by that chakram, and he's doing well as well. Like, both Parker and MNZ are playing their roles incredibly well. It's just that which one scales a little bit harder, I'm not sure. I think depends on how long the fights go. The longer fights, the more drawn out fights, probably going to favor this Invaders lineup, as they will end up getting the value. Speaking about value, you have that silence hitting out onto Devil. He does die, and they're going to continue forward. Timber Chain up onto the high ground with the trees, so even though you do have the cogs, which way can you escape from? Northwest, southeast. You end up getting two with the hook shot, but that is just to secure your death.
Yeah, he got the use, but it's not gonna be providing any escaping materials. Instead, it's Invaders threatening your tier 2 tower, and guess what? It's 20 minutes, so it's my favorite time. Here comes the siege creep.
Siege creep's coming. You have the Enchantress as well if you want to take a creep. And this tier 2 tower, I mean, they have the wars to protect this push. They're gonna do so. They do not have
They're
both.
actually gonna go for this
issue. Lost Motis are TPing in. They want this Devil walking forward. Hits forward with the Shiva's Guard, but not the Timber Stomp. And MNZ, he's forward with the BKB from Smile, coming into the middle of everybody, trying to kill Michael. He will end up right-clicking him down in the C-Smile, continuing forward onto XTS. They don't have the control for him, though. Adaptive Strike is going to get Manta Dodge, and you have the ultimate coming out from the Medusa here, but that boat is going to connect out onto Parker. They have the damage to kill the Clockwork, and the wave back. They have to wait the roar onto Alone. He's getting stunned up here. He will end up falling. And this Parker play is absolutely phenomenal as the bust off coming forward, the blink forward, everybody forward from Lost Motis. The right click's coming out, the Timber Chain. Actually, Timberside does end up killing, and now you have the buyback onto Alone. They want to continue for more. Kotaro, they need to keep him alive. Devil gets pushed out underneath this tier 1 tower. He will die, and everybody from Lost Motis disengages. Devil needs just one more right click. He will be taken out, and you have the continuation forward onto Parker. He will wait for him, dodge the X mark.
Oh, nice one.
Walking up. Alone continuing, though. They want to get as much as they can out of this. They do not end up finding it. The Rocket Thrower will get vision of Alone, as that is one fight. It was a 4 for 3, but they did get the buyback, which did secure the kill onto Devil.
Yep. The amount of damage coming out from C-Small. He's not hitting those big ultimates, but they're getting the job one way or another. Jumping in with the BKB, doing the initiation with the Sonic Wave. I think he only hit 2 people, but it seemed to be enough.
He's dead. Hold on. C-Smile, he's falling really low. Michael does end up dying here. Saber continuing forward. Oh my goodness, Sladen, you just got cut down like a sheep.
And look at how lucky Chris Luck was. He was TPing in the midst of the minefield, like right here. Oh.
Yeah, if you Timber Chain in through that, good luck living. This game is incredibly even, a lot more even than game 1. Invaders, though, with the advantage still, as we see a 78% win probability to 22. I think that's correct.
Gaben doesn't seem to agree with you. He is really favoring Invaders here. Maybe because of the Medusa.
Well, that's what I meant, sorry.
Maybe he's a big Medusa fan.
I think it might be the Medusa alongside the Kunkka. Kunkka, I know, is very favored by Gaben.
Oh. So he's a big Kunkka fan.
He's a huge Kunkka fan. Big fan of pirates. Mr. Roshan, I guess Kunkka's not a pirate, he's an admiral, right? So you can't be a pirate. Like, pirates don't have admiralities, right?
I guess so. Maybe it depends on his set that he's currently wearing. It's more like
That's fair.
an admiral type. But I think there is a set with a pirate set as well. I'm not really sure anymore.
Yeah.
I'm constantly surprised by some of these sets which were like introduced 6 years ago, but I'm just completely missed out on it.
Yeah. Well, there's the smoke play. There's an amplified damage rune onto alone, and Medusa's going to be the one breaking the smoke. He does have the Aegis. That's not the target they want to go for. They want to go for more, and that's going to be the Clockwork on the back. Finding one, but no, maybe he's the one that's found Devil with the whirling axes up onto the high ground. This fight is botched. C-Smile actually blinking in. Does have the BKB if he needs to use it. He will. Turn around with the Sonic Wave. Does a little bit, but that X mark won't actually connect, and now you have to take
look at the disperser.
everything with the blink. Oh my goodness, C-Smile, you're falling incredibly low. Sacred definitely doesn't have any cooldowns.
Everything was on cooldown.
Oh,
Sacred.
everything.
How lucky
Oh,
you can
by
get.
an Octarine Core.
By Octarine, yeah. He even had the
As,
Shivas and cooldown. Maybe the Shivas might have not been enough, but it's certainly
I
enough
don't-
to push.
yeah. They are, yeah, they do also have this Aegis, so it's like they just have to stand behind Medusa, right-click this tower, even though it is the slowest thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
But don't
Tower
worry,
will fall eventually.
it's 25 minutes, so here comes my friend.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yep,
attack.
that catapult's coming. I wonder if that's what they're waiting for, is that they get the X-Mark out onto Techies with the
Oh my God.
absolute amount of burst. Yeah, he's dead. And with the wave back onto the Clockwork, they have the vision. They give him the silence, continuing forward with the
It's
Chakram.
possible
He gets
kill.
hit by the disperser. He can't go anywhere. He's just gonna die. He didn't move, I think, even 10 units. And the creep wave is here with the catapult, so we can see that even though it is Medusa on Medusa action, it's not really going to matter. They get the X mark out onto the Medusa. Before Medusa scored the blink forward, and now he has to use the mantle. They buy back onto the Clockwork, so they get the heck out of there. Kotaro is
just
trading
doesn't
right
care.
clicks with this. Yeah, I mean, Parker is trying his best, but that mana is
The
still
catapult
available
is still
with the
alive.
Aegis.
Dire's middle tower is under
They're just
attack.
continuing forward.
Oh no, don't let it die, guys.
The catapult's still alive. It's gonna die here in like 2 seconds, I think. Yeah, it gets right click down. They all TP out. They recognize that they need to get out of there. The vision will be stone, but I think that's a clean disengage from Invaders.
Yeah, he's not in range. Axel is not there to provide any advantageous situations with the hook shot.
Oh,
Oh, look at
Devil.
the glimmer.
Yeah, Devil wants to get the kill on that MNZ. Wait a second, the backline. Then Michael gets completely bursted out, and you have the blast off to continue on to stun, but that's not going to be quite enough. And Invaders are starting from the fighter on, but they do lose their Medusa, and that's a buyback onto Enchantress. Hold on a minute, Kotaro, you're 1v4ing right now. This foot shot is going to deal the most amount of damage at this point, and they're trying to get the kill onto Parker. Do you have the damage? I'm pretty sure maybe you do now, as the waveform is committed, is strength shifting continuously. You do have the timber chain forward, but it will not be used, and it is a 4 for 2 engagement.
Yes.
Because you did buy back and you lost your Aegis. So yeah, they get the pickoffs on the supports and then leave everybody else to die.
Force for 2 exchange as an additional buyback comes up from Stinger just to secure that they might be pushing with this advantage that they have on Invaders by the numbers with the Medusa, but it's gonna be denied by Chris Luck taking the lane away, cutting it, and there is gonna be a Tormentor. Mike almost dying to it.
Casual.
Just your casual. It's always the same in all of these regions, in all of these. It doesn't matter if you have like 0 MMR or 10,000 like these players. It can happen to anyone. Maybe even doubling up on the tournament. I've even seen that kind of scenario, I believe, in professional games. So.
Yeah, no, players definitely feed away to Tormentor quite a bit more than you'd think. But the Wonder Card just finished out onto Alone, but the support has died. They're gonna get hit, he's gonna get hit by the Sonic
Alone is
Wave and
dead.
die as well. So he still gets that double kill. And now, Enchantress, you are on dieback, my friend. Attack strike coming through. That's a lot of damage to go through. You're untouchable. Feels like you're absolutely
Touchable.
there. You go. I'm glad. I'm glad you the alley-oop was there. As within arm's reach is this tier 2 middle. They used the fortification and Lost Motis are turning things around for themselves. 25-4, 29 minutes in. Pretty close game.
Dire's middle tower has
They continue
fallen.
forward up onto the high ground. Never mind, they're just gonna go in the trees.
Maybe some heroes are gonna be, stepping down these stairs and they can get a quick kill on them. That's how they would like to play this or play around like this area. But the information is being handed over to Invaders with this observer board is basically telling them that there's no one defending this lane on bottom. So they might be preparing they might be doing some shenanigans in the jungle. They only show Kotaro. They only dare to show the tankiest hero in these forward positions.
I mean, to be fair, the Kunkka and the Tempest are tanky as well. It's just they need a little bit of time to get to that point where they're unkillable.
MNC is gonna go for the Daedalus, not the Kanda that his counterpart on Parker has purchased.
Radiant's
I
middle
think I'm a big
tower
fan of
is
the
under
Daedalus. You
attack.
kind of just need damage on this Medusa. Your team has everything else.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. And Skadi, which is the usual build on Medusa, but for now Daedalus. Because we have seen countless times that he is free to right-click in this fight, but the damage is not really there just yet.
Dire's bottom
So
tower
you won't be
is
seeing
under
that push
attack.
top. Roche is probably the next thing that Invaders want to secure once again. They did kind of throw away the last Roche on push, but the momentum, I have to say, is probably on Lost Motis's
Dire's
died
bottom
as-
tower has fallen.
Yeah, Invaders are struggling here to find the same kind of footing that they had in game 1. Parker has his BKB finished up now. Gonna go for the butterfly next.
Oh, it's gonna be really useful against the Medusa. It's basically her life-saving component in this build as Invaders are starting to move as a unit. They are showing Stinger on mid. And oh, he got jumped though. Parker was about to blow him up. Is it gonna be the other way around? Maybe Parker is gonna be blown up. But
Well, that mine is gonna give it away.
the mine.
Dire are scanning.
At least they got a rune.
Dire are
That
scanning.
scan will not see them, but they won't continue forward. It's like they have the smoke and they try to make a play, but Lost Motis, they found their groove at this point. Took them 2 games, but finally, they're in the point now where they can identify the plays of Invaders and are kind of tapping into the playbook a little bit. They're looking like they have some life in them still.
Radiant's middle
Oh, look at the
tower
minefield
is under
that is
attack.
waiting for them here. And smoking up as well. Lost Motis is definitely ready for this. What an aggressive
they know
blink
that's
as well. Jesus, Chris Lock having the
Where is he
refresher.
going? Refresher?
Double
Pharasma?
Sonic Wave.
What in the world? Okay, hold on. That's a lot of people dying. But the Ski Smile, he's in the back. He's trying to get the kill out onto Michael. He will. Pops
He's
the
taking a
BKB,
lot of damage.
Pops the refresher. He takes a lot of damage himself, but the buyback coming out onto Michael. And Devil will die. From MNZ pops the ultimate as well. And that's the second one. Oh my gosh. Clock, you just
Axel?
hookshotted into 4 people. The right click, the damage from the Daedalus is more than enough. That's a 3 for 1. I mean, there is a buyback coming out onto Michael. This Roshan is going to be taken from Invaders.
Yeah.
And Lost Motis, I mean, They knew exactly what was going to happen and then just fell apart completely.
Yeah, we immediately saw the, the downside of the refresher orb. It's there, it can provide you with 2 ultimates, but I think MNZ just clicked him like 3 times, 3 light clicks went through, and he immediately lost 60% of his HP on the Queen of Pain, so Chris Luck have to be careful and how he's gonna approach these team fights, because she is pretty vulnerable.
Incredibly vulnerable, you're correct, and no armor item, like he built the Shivas onto Devil, which Quap does get sometimes because you have the built-in blink. No AoE armor items, you have 2 Yule Scepters.
Got a Hex on Sacred, so this is 3 Ogre Seal Totems. Let's go. You just don't need any 4-stops anymore. You just need the Ogre Seal Totem.
Yeah.
I remember when it was introduced like 2017 during the... it was Sealed Breaker, I believe? I don't know. It was a totem, something like... No, it was an artifact, I'm sorry. Yeah. It used to be called the artifact.
The Sonic Wave to tower, but respectively, doesn't look like it's going to do much of anything. But in the back line, they're trying to make a rotation, and Parker has to use his BKB early before the fight starts. Peacepile coming forward with his BKB of his own. He's getting right-click down. He has to be a little bit careful. They're going to turn around onto Parker. No, it's going to be Slayton actually. Gets pushed back by that wave. They just aren't hitting out onto the Medusa, and he steals up into the air, gets taken out. So that's the dominating spree on Sacred. A bit of a botched engagement coming from Lost Motis. I think they're trying to catch Invaders off guard or like do a huge wrap around or something. It just didn't quite work out.
Yeah, it didn't really work out because they have the wards as well. The setup was there from Invaders. They might even get Axel. This is pretty deep. They should not do this in my opinion, but they have cut the wave, so it's something that's going for themselves. But there are still siege dragons, and it's not gonna stay alive. So more than likely
they will get the tower.
Yeah, and leave maybe. Can they snatch this melee Rex away? Okay.
I think they get the melee. What? Wait, where's the backdoor protection?
Backdoor?
Bat? Huh?
Okay, it's now in. It's just
okay. That just took forever, dude. I guess.
2 minutes left for the Aegis, of course. Invaders might love to put more plays on this map as they get the wall racks on top lane. They got 1 ranged. Oh, never mind. They did not get any on the bottom.
They didn't get anything bottom, yeah. It just feels like Invaders are making more of the map whenever they make a correct move. Lost Motis had the momentum coming their way, but that one bad fight and they lose 2 lanes or a lane of racks, and now the middle tower is under threat. I would
hate to be blaming anyone or pinpointing out some errors, but Chris Luck he doubled down on these ultimates. Of course, getting the refresher orb, and I feel like he's not really delivering those huge ultimates that you would be expecting. Because she can output a lot of damage with the double BKB, double Sonic Wave, double Scream of Pain. It should be beneficial, and he even got the Nemesis Curse, so... And if you consider how low the ultimate cooldown on this Sonic Wave is, he should be taking more and more of his HP bars away.
Well, he's just been going on to the supports. Hasn't really... There's really no option for this Medusa at the moment, besides some good old-fashioned trying to kill her. The Peacepile tries to go forward, but that blink forward is going to get harassed a little bit. And on that Hex on the Devil, uh-oh.
No buyback.
BKB. Yeah, no buyback. No BKB on the Devil. Are you mad? Because I am. That's going to be the lane of Rax. They've gone. And that's 2 lanes of Rax. And the third one is just a tower away. He's the Sonic Wave, but it whiffs absolutely everybody. The Medusa is just going to continue forward onto this bottom rack. And you have to blink forward with Member Spot. He's got his second scepter finished already. The BKB coming out as well. But this Rax, again, continuing to get right click down. UFC Smile on the back line, trying to create something happen. Trying to make something happen, but no. It doesn't look like it will. And meanwhile, you have Kotaro using the ultimate, like his Smile blinks in immediately after it's done, has nothing left in the tank. I don't think the wave is not going to hit him as he has completely gone the other way. But you will lose Michael on that side as Parker gets the kill.
Aegis has been reclaimed, so maybe Parker wants to make some fights around here. Oh, the Glimmer Cape is gonna be the savior of Stinger.
At least Lost Motis can save something, but these team fights are not looking good for them at all.
Axel, he basically found someone, but he's not that happy with this.
No, not quite much, and that Sonic Wave gonna come out. Doesn't end up blinking out. You have the buyback on the clockwork. You continue forward, Sladen. He's taking quite a bit of damage. Devil gets hexed up once again. And is he going to be able to the roar? He will, but he dies immediately. Most support's dead for Invaders, though, so it's 4-on-3. They do buy back onto the Enchantress. XTS wants a little bit more. MNZ gets another kill. It's going to be on the clockwork. Ismail right-clicking through, but he's getting right-clicked himself. It's a triple kill for MNZ. Otaro doing everything he can, and that's a hex out. It's an Ultra kill. Can he get the rampage? One more. Yes, he does. Well played, my friend. If that isn't a good game, I don't know what is. MNZ just taking Lost Motis over their lap and spanking them silly.
Sacred with the old chat. That's the region. This is why we love this region for a bit of a saltiness, a bit of a hatred towards your former teammates, because obviously when it comes to South America, I basically kind of recall my obvious statements that everyone has been playing with everyone before these times, obviously. Sladen calls GG. What a play coming out in the end from Invaders. It wasn't really, I was mistaken, it wasn't really Krislov not finding any potential good ultimates with the Sonic Wave. It was more like Invaders were positioning correctly. So I have to take back that one, and it was Invaders. They were really on point with the positioning. How they defended the Medusa once they sent him to these high grounds, and the fact that he was placed in that forward position. It was a thing of beauty watching Invaders. On the other hand, Lost Motis, what should be changed here?
You need to ban this Medusa, my friend. It has rolled you in 2 games in a row, and it has not really been that close. Like, you need to do something to prevent this like. MNZ playing Medusa is a bit of an inevitability, right? Like, you let him play this hero, and then at some point you're just going to lose the game because he's going to get out of control. And both games, I mean, he's just gotten out of control. You just have to throw a ban out onto this hero and figure out a way to deal with something else. But that's what we get out of best of 3 or best of 5s instead of best of 3s, is that we're going to start. This is when the meta starts to develop. We're going to be seeing if they will end up banning out the Medusa. My best guess is that they will, but we'll have to see, unless they have another strategy to take place and take care of the Medusa. Maybe they go off the wall and pick an anti-mage for all I know, but I'm not sure. At Lost Motis, I thought C-Smile played well, but obviously, you got to get your team going with you, and it didn't happen this game. Parker and C-Smile doing all they can, but you take a look at the KDs on the other heroes, and you can kind of see where the story of the game lies.
Yeah, let's see if Lost Motis are gonna be able to gather some strength from these previous 2 games and maybe take us all the way to the best of 5s. We are gonna be finding it out in the upcoming 1 hour, as we are gonna go for a quick break for now.
With a bit of malice, sending the grandma to hell as alone with his invoker will cause the Tusk disconnect. Whatchamacallit? Strength. C-Smile gonna be pulled into the thick of it. Eventually his HP should be gone, but a nice turnaround coming out from Jim Park with the Stormhammer and the Pit of Malice. They will doom the doom. Or will they? Oh no, the cleave is a bit too strong from Jim Park. As onto alone they move. Pit of Malice onto the invoker. C-Smile And Sladen set this up as out comes the artillery. Here come the kisses and the abysses as Devil gonna get locked on. The two supports are just gonna attack team down. Well, let's
Smoke
see
up. Okay, they might want to try.
Lost
If they get the
Motis.
sniper, that's huge. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but if they get the sniper,
And
that's
they
huge.
go on to Kotaro as MNZ loses all their mana, gets Astral Step raised into the sky, and
Well, it's just 2 tankies.
gotta put out the Pit of Malice as in comes the Doom as well as the Cold Snap. And you were saying? Interesting, Kotaro not gonna punish it. They're just gonna evade them as much as possible. Nice break. Onto the smokes, but he's gonna get dumpstered. He throws out the shrapnels. Maybe he was actually bait himself, as in they go with Axel on a stinger. They just get the tusk stuck, but they're actually more interested in the cores. As the Invoker dies, Kotaro is all alone. Michael coming around the vent trying to help out in with the cookie, but Axel on the other side slowing down the sniper. Kotaro eventually gonna go down as the Mortimer's Kiss does nothing. Stopped by the Stormhammer. They're gonna cut her down as well.
Okay, they
And
find
they
out.
go with a Walrus Punch. They find Axel. And Axel God, Axel bad. It doesn't really matter, as with the Stone Gaze, he's kind of shaking off the enemy in with the rotation. God Strength onto the play as the Sven sets up the kill, and onto alone they want to go. Kotaro a little too far in this fight. No detection available on the players. They find Sacred as they make a connection. There is an opportunity for Cookie as Seasma jumping on forward. They're looking for Kotaro as out comes the Doom onto Jim Park, as far as I can tell, but Michael will die. One by one they walk in on to the Sven, and the little shredder and all that damage will proc through as Seasmile tried to jump onto Kotaro, but without avail. The sniper doesn't back out, and Devil almost dying for this. Or somersault due to the stun. Stinger gonna get caught out. Tornado onto one of them. As Seasmile makes the connection. Deafening blast, but in with the harpoon play. Jim Park gonna get stuck. He's gonna move forward with the BKB. As jump forward coming out from the cookie. Sladen though, he's a little low. In with a jump onto Kotaro. As the remnant, this time it will hit and it will break the Aegis. Back, turn onto Sacred. They will get the grandma as well. No casualties so far on Lost Motis. Can they push a little bit more? And they will find Kotaro. Stun him up. Control him, but it's a beautiful tornado from Alone. They will still let the sniper go, as Alone is absolutely not alone, because Michael is just right there, but why not just get the Doom?
Is something that you should be avoiding.
Orchid play onto the Void. As Alone dodges out the tornado, here comes Axel, procking through with that phylactery. The kill is there! Seasmile moves out with the remnant. It doesn't hit, but it will still get a kill. Sunstrike onto Axel.
He's pretty tanky though. He's just
Trying to
tanky.
hold on just a little bit. Beautiful Stone Gaze coming through as Devil comes in with the Pit of Malice. We'll try and get the reveal play as the Doom actually landing on Devil. Axel still holding on in this fight as Sladen along with Krista coming through with the play. They did get Michael. They might lose Devil as the Assassinate goes out onto the Underlord. Great play onto Stinger. Gets that kill, but Kotaro, he's just the unreachable goal right now as the snowball coming through. Kotaro needs to run. He will get the hell out of there. A bit of a pull with the shrapnel as Seasmile trying to connect into this fight. Or maybe Seasmile and Jim Park setting up the play. Onto Kotaro they go. Instant disappearance act on the sniper. 90 seconds without their carry as Invaders. As the first tier 2 tower on the side of Invaders finally falls.
Catches Sacred. Forcing
Moving
the
on,
BKB.
Seasmile forcing out the issue as Jim Park is in the air. Gonna get the meatball treatment along with a little shredder. Doom down. That is the end of the Sven. As the Doomed Sacred play, they are gonna look for a turnaround. Seasmile, that is huge. Trying to force out the BKB from the sniper as Alone could eventually die here if they find him. As Axel from the other side will get the Stone Gaze play with the Mystic Flare. Battles Scatterblast straight up onto the Grandma as another Mystic Snake is gonna take care of Sacred right here.
Axel, he's just, pressing W, doing nothing.
Sunstrike almost catching out Seasmile, but now he's gonna be comfortably TPing home. But Seasmall should be fine.
Yeah, that's...
As Axel, they're gonna try and dodge out from the shrapnels. As Seasmall diving in forward with the BKB, but the Doom eventually landing onto the Void Spirit. In with the Stone Gaze, trying to cut them down. As Seasmall's in trouble, but they'll get Sacred first. A turnaround coming out from Gym Park, trying to reach Kotaro. As Seasmall eventually will lose out. Devil with the pit.
Got the Cypher.
Behind on the Cypher, they will get Kotaro, they will get the kill, as now it's all about Alone. Can they get the control onto the Invoker? As Stinger also gonna go down in the thick of the fight. As Alone, can they catch with some vision? No, they don't have detection.
Michael still being chased. Got the blink though, so he should be able to get a... What?
Slade, and with the snowball control is Michael. His blink is gonna get broken, but I don't think Sladen is gonna survive this fight. He wants to try with the Glimmer. Okay, the Sunstrike will whiff. He still keeps up the contact with the snowball. Telekinesis inside the snowball as Michael... Oh, he just messed up now. He turned back one more time. Alone. Nice catch. On to the Sven, as that's gonna be the death of the Rogue Knight. Kotaro, you need to run, and you need to run right now. The Shiva's Guard, it's just at the very edge of his vision, but no catch onto the Sniper. Devil. The random Sunstrike is just trying to find the enemy. I do believe Alone needs that Aghanims so that he can cast that Cataclysm. As onto Kotaro they move with a double astral step. Chrislock, they can just turn back onto Kotaro, but with the Satanic, he's just healing up. With the Stone Gaze, he's gonna stun up the Sniper. Can they find enough damage on top of him? Yes, they can. As the Doom on Devil, it's hurting a lot, but Seasmall turning around with a Resonant Pulse, and he's just damaging down the enemy. As yes, Devil will die, but Alone and Kotaro are there along with Sacred, and Seasmall is doing it.
They just proved that they don't need the Sven.
Who's the Sven? There's no Sven this game. As
Devil
with
knows
the
it's
pit,
against scenario.
with the pit, in they come, Jim Park. He's gonna stir God Strength right into this play. Sladen. And of course, Seasmall, they need to go back into the fountain and come back instantly. I don't know if the Rubik will make it through the gate. Yes, he can. As they're just gonna insta-rush for the tier 4s now. Sacred buying back with the Mortimer's Kisses. As it's a huge stun coming out from Michael. In with a Sunstrike, trying to damage him down. In with the Meatball as well. Jim Park looking pretty low, but Alone, he's very low on the other hand as well. But no, the Invoker, he needs to find a good spell combination. He wants to put out the Tornado, but the stun coming out from the Mystic Snake is going to be enough. A Seasmall diving into the fountain will get the kill. And Sladen is absolutely not feeling bad about this. Seasmall almost with the Rampage will shut this series down 48-28 as Lost Motis are going to the grand finals of EPL World Series Season 9 of the Americas.
Or certain heroes, it really does matter, but it's more. This just proves that Dota is more like about the strategical aspect is where we should approach this game, not. Oh no!
Oh my god, it's too good! But no, it's not good enough at all. Or wait, is it?
Dota or life itself is gonna be punishing you for your mistakes. I don't really like the karma of a word, but oh, they might be setting up this time. It's gonna be successful.
The battle begins.
So you were mentioning this Doom, but if I have to choose one lane, obviously mid is already out because it's gonna be just a boring stalemate. Oh, we might be having some action on bottom. With my story, because it's not those related. I was playing CSGO and oh, it might have a hero here on bottom bits. Is actually going to go. Just use TP. Just set up on top. It's insane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
An additional try on top.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
I feel like it's gonna be a really tough one. You should be bringing, yeah, 4 heroes, so it should be possible.
Ian.
Oh my god.
I came a long way to see you die.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I sound
That he got going for himself, but when it comes to his team, go. Gennett, we are saying goodbye to Gennett.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's your average Doom gameplay, but on the other hand, Doom is really like requiring a lot of gold to be useful as well. So it's not a big surprise that he's masking this huge amount of gold, because he needs it to be sufficient to be able
Dire's
to
middle tower has
provide utility spells or them. Oh,
Radiant's bottom
can I?
tower is
Really
under
just
attack.
playing around?
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
It's America, and season 9, I'm joined by Mr. Blade, and we are gonna be having Invaders versus Lost Motis game number 3. Invaders are leading 2-0, and you look at what they are bringing out immediately. The Chen, and the other side, it's the Medusa.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, so first pick Medusa. I did say in game 2 that they would have to do something to address Medusa. What I didn't mean is first pick the hero. That's not what I meant. There are plenty of
5
Medusa
seconds
counters.
remaining.
A lot of them being illusion based, and when you see heroes banned out, the Wyvern's banned out, the Sven is banned out, the Underlord is banned out, this makes me immediately think about a hero like Phantom Lancer. This makes me think about a hero like Naga Siren. Makes me think about a hero like there's another one, Terrorblade. You just go for these illusion heroes to burn off all this mana when you first pick this hero, especially against the team that has, I believe it was the 2 bans. I'm not sure, but when you ban it out against a team that has the priority where they do ban out those anti-illusion heroes, you're not putting yourself in the best position, I don't think, to win the draft.
Yeah, I mean,
Radiant
maybe they are
team
desperate, or it's something they are confident with. Maybe Parker is the Medusa player himself as well, but yeah, it's not really the best approach. I have to agree with you. First picking the Medusa, first phasing the hero, and
10 seconds remaining.
it's the
EPL is something that Parker has, or MNZ has
seconds
played
remaining.
before. In addition to Terrorblade being his most played hero.
Yeah, as you said, there are many options to get the job done and secure this third game. Many illusion-based heroes. Of course, the anti-mage is there as well. I just don't really feel like I don't really feel like we are gonna be seeing Phantom Lancer or Anti-Mage or something along those lines. These heroes are just kind of weak in my eyes, and I feel like they are not gonna be delivering when it comes to dealing with the Medusa, because you can just build accordingly on the Medusa and basically avoid the fist fight, which would deplete your
Radiant
mana
team pick.
bar.
Dire team pick.
Instead, you might be working around it and you just pick up the huge magic damage heroes, Magnus, Dark Reload. This is what I like to see instead of some illusion based heroes. That's gonna come later, of course, but for now, that's a lot of damage already coming out from
10
Invaders.
seconds remaining.
Well, when you skewer someone through like 2 or 3 brambles, it is
5 seconds
a
remaining.
lot of damage. People really do not respect the amount of damage that Bramble Maze does.
Yeah, it's a bit underrated or underappreciated.
Yeah, it is. And especially when you have the Chen as well, who can get the creep that pushes people across. You can, I think you can hit 2 people with the brambles as well if they're already in a brambles. So yeah, there's a few ways that they can harass Lost Motis here, but they're gonna go for the Tide Hunter, the anti-bramble. They're gonna go for the purge constantly. You get RP'd, you don't care because you're just gonna purge it off. You get caught in the brambles, you don't care, you're just gonna purge it off. Chen has a lot of things that he's gonna be stunning you with. You don't care about that. You just purge it off. I like this Tide Hunter pick a lot actually. It's a big Swell target as well. Double gush. A pretty nice thing, but it's not a reason why you would. It's not like a double doom or like a double. What's the other big one?
I still feel like Tide Hunter is gonna be decent here. It's not the best you can hope for, obviously, but it's gonna get the job done one way or another. Anchor Smash is really useful against the Chen creeps. It's a tough hero to bring down in the laning stage. It's really big. It's really favored, which you should be having some of those heroes on Lost Motis, because if you think about Invaders, they're just pulling out the Chen strategy once again. And if you remember the first game, how it unfolded, Stinger was basically unstoppable, got like 21 assists, 1 kills, participating in 70% of the kills. Now you need these early aggressive heroes which are gonna get the job done. For example, Tide, Primal Beast, they have some good utilities just from getting level 6.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, as Primal Beast as well is kind of signifying that all 3 cores have been picked out for Lost Motis. I mean, unless you're going to do support Tide Hunter, which support or support Medusa, neither of which I have seen in a very long time. So Lost Motis might be pulling out their inner pocket strats. We're talking like, you know how like some pants have like the big pocket and then they have a smaller pocket underneath of that? We might be digging into the small pocket here for Lost Motis. They might be going deep here with the strats here. But Invaders, they look pretty solid here. They've got the Magnus, they got the Will, they got the Chen. We're going to see what kind of carry they're going to pick up here to counter this aggression, or maybe they're going to go for a mid, considering they probably are suspecting it's going to be that Primal Beast mid. If everything is as normal as it could be, it's going to be that Primal Beast mid with the Tide Hunter offlane and carry Medusa. What in the world am I missing?
Is this going to be... I can't remember correctly, but I think I've seen a position 4 Darkseer appear in this tournament before, or it might have been the other one that I was casting, but it's gonna be Darkseer on 3, like I should not be mistaken. It's more than likely gonna be Darkseer 3, Magnus.
It is Darkseer 3, yeah. This is a Frank hero for sure.
And you were a bit surprised, but let me break it down for you, as I see, of course. Instead of picking up those illusion-based heroes that you were recommending, how about you create illusions of Medusa instead? You just pick up Darkseer and you can have two illusions at the same time, of course, with the punch, with the exit. You get one from the punch, and you get one from the... I always forget the wall of replica. The wall. The wall itself, and you got some nice combos already. As you said, the Magnus Darkula is a really underrated one, and the Darkseer Magnus is something that should be pretty good as well. And as we have seen the Magnus performances on
seconds
Invaders
remaining.
before, it was really promising. You know, getting a solo kill
5
even.
seconds remaining.
I will say the one thing that I'm kind of a little bit concerned for this Invaders lineup is, yeah, you have really good team fight, but where's your tower push?
Radiant team ban.
How are you gonna take any objective once you've won? Like Chan Army, I guess, is the way you're gonna go about it. But
I guess so.
the Luna's banned out, the Morphling's banned out, which are two pretty good tower hitters actually. I think they're pretty underrated in terms of their ability to pump out
10
damage into a
seconds
building.
remaining.
Invaders here, I mean, you could maybe make a case for
5
something like a
seconds
Terror
remaining.
Blade and then just use the fact that your team, like the 4 heroes on your team are designed to keep the enemy in place or locked down as a way. And you can also create the refraction charge of the Medusa illusion, which can't recall if it gives them the split shot or not, but I do know it's very effective. No, they're just gonna go Faceless Void. Okay, your net worth does not matter to me, I guess.
Okay, Faceless Void. I mean, it's a benefitor of the cleave that the Magnus is
10 seconds
capable of
remaining.
handing over. It thus enabling it can
5
farm
seconds
stacks as
remaining.
well, and they're pretty reliable ultimate that you can always go for on Faceless Void. It's funny that Faceless Void, in my eyes, is pretty much S tier, but we are not seeing that
Choose
often.
your hero.
This is the pick, maybe, that you were looking for, having the task composition 4, but you can make the rotations as you said to me in the game number 2, just beginning of the game number 2, that you can make this tri-lane starts off on Lost Motis, and with the task and the Grimstroke, it's certainly gonna be possible, considering that you can leave the Tide Hunter alone in my eyes, just getting 2 points in the passive, and he should be fine. I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one for Lost Motis. And which lineup would you be favoring? If
Invaders 100%.
Invaders, 100%.
Yeah, I think this is not even close. Like, here's the thing, Lost Motis, you have this lineup, right? Medusa wants to go late. You have this Tide Hunter that can go pretty late. Lost Motis to me doesn't look like they have the kind of draft that can put pressure onto buildings, take objectives very quickly, and really just AFK and farm. And Invaders have Faceless Void, which is the single best hero when it gets past 60 minutes, because you literally double chrono whoever is important on the enemy team and kill them without any issues whatsoever. You have Darkseer, who can just, again, one of the best scaling offliners in the game, making illusions of these heroes that have all of them. Who gives you Cleave and RP, which is one of the best scaling.
Yeah, I see what you mean. You certainly got multiple ultimates going for yourself. You got the Faceless Void, the Chronosphere, the RP, the Wolf Replica, the Vacuum. It's just so many, so many utilities
Prepare for battle.
that you got running and up and ready for you, and you got some of your favorable heroes as well. If you take a look at, for example, Stingers, Chan, we have seen it before, MNZ. I think Faceless Void is one of his top 5 heroes. I might be mistaken though. And Sacred with the Darkseer, I think it's one of his top 3 heroes. Of course, Doda Plus isn't lying either. He's a Grandmaster.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Darkseer games.
I mean, you have to play a lot of Darkseer or know a lot of Darkseer, and when I see a Darkseer, I know that it's either going to be incredible or it's going to be an absolute waste of my time. I'm going to assume that this latter is not the case, as Sacred has played an incredible 2 games so far, actually. I would say he's contributed very, very much so in the favor of Invaders these past 2 games. And I'm talking about a hero that struggled a little bit, in my opinion. I mean, Devil or Frank, he's had a tough couple of games, but those were 2 games in the past. Yeah, I mean, speaking of him, he shall arrive as Slade is getting right click down here at the top, walk forward with the shockwave. You do have the anchor smash to try to negate some of the damage, but the body blocks will not be enough, and that is 2 runes, or 3 runes in favor of 1 rune, but first blood taken on the side of Invaders.
Yeah, it should be favoring them just because of the first blood. If it would have been like a simple kill, maybe it goes a bit more even. We're gonna be having the Primal Beast on mid, and we have seen how well Alone is performing against a ranged hero, but it's gonna be melee on this time. For some
It's
reason,
going to be very different.
for some reason, I'm not producing any sound effect for the Magnus strike. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, interesting. The Dota client is completely reasonable. Is he gonna?
Yeah, I mean, I got some errors here.
Okay, well that's probably what's happening. You do hear the backswing, but you don't hear the final click. So yeah,
the sound is missing. Okay, it's long gone. We don't really need it.
No, you don't need to hear him slapping away as a top lane. You do it. Oh,
I think I can recall it's from map number 1. It just broke down to a team fight, and ever since that, it's just not appearing, nor the sound of the RP either. So
that's okay. We can use our eyes and visualize, and then I can give the recap on those RPs. That is more than okay, as it is going to be that Medusa Tusk up against the Darkseer, but this Ion Shell making it very hard for Tusk to play into the lane. And the tag team comes up with that Bramble Maze, making it so much harder to make that engagement into it. And
the vacuum.
Wait, that vacuum was... I don't know if those Ice Walls were necessarily the way you want it to go, but either way, it will be the nothing engagement that most of that lane is going to be. Oh, never mind. Alone dies.
What an unexpected. Okay, that's something we were not seeing from this mid lane.
Yeah, C-Smile just showing us how it's done. Top lane as well. Dark Willow dies in exchange for the Tusk, but this Ion Shell doing quite a bit of damage to Parker's mana. He will be fine. Action happening all over the place. What in the world was that visual?
I think I'm gonna restart though. We are missing so many informations.
Yeah. Well, Sladen, he is gonna die, and of course Ken dies as well. Now might be a good time to restart, is it?
Yep.
If any. And unfortunately, you will not be getting any commentary of the game, as is the nature of our current setup, because whenever I join the lobby, it literally breaks the game. So give us a quick moment, some technical difficulties.
It's the nature of Dota these days. Patches are being introduced, but some issues are still going unfixed for the past 13 or 12 years. Oh, it's actually 13.
Of course, we can just recap. This is the 3rd game of the best of 5. Invaders up 2-0. If they win this game, they have won EPL America's Season 9, and not only that, they have done so in convincing fashion, in a sweep, as we call it, in this side of the world, in my side of the world anyway. It's a hockey term, I believe, but gonna get back into it. We did miss 1 kill. Invaders ended up getting 1 more kill. We'll see who that was in just a little bit, but again, I am using cyberscore.live. You can check out all of the up-to-date info. If you desire, you can find on cyberscore.live, and Eastmouth has ended up underneath the tower for some reason or another, but that is neither here nor there. Also, do not spoil in chat, you will be banned, so take that with a grain of salt.
That's something you should be avoiding.
Do not spoil. We're all here to enjoy the beautiful game of Dota, as everybody from Invaders is topping the net worth charts right now, or the CS charts right now. This is exactly how Invaders drew up this landing stage, I think.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake. I mean, obviously, it might be a bit weird because sometimes you are.
Oh my God.
that effect
Yeah,
is...
that's a huge. Yeah, that's not actually as big as it is. Sladen does end up going down alongside the Tusk. They did end up getting the Darkseer, so it's a 2-for-1 if you want to consider the other lane has any impact in the grand scheme of the game, and we're gonna settle down a little bit.
I like how MNZ is just going for this greedy build. You know, the obvious build would be maxing out the time walk. It's the safer one, but he's just gonna go with the time lock instead. Maybe to lay down more damage on this Tidehunter, but he's already pretty tanky. This is once again the double bracer build, and with the 2 levels in the Kraken Shell, I'm not really seeing this Tidehunter dying anytime soon. And even Stinger realizes this as he moves to the mid lane to secure the 6-minute runes. Let's see.
I think that the reason why you would go double time lock and go 3 points to time lock is just so that you can farm up a little bit more. Hickory's fine. Farm up a little bit more, but C-Smile, you're caught out a little bit, my friend. You got hit by the double bramble as we were talking about, but the onslaught up onto the high ground will mean that C-Smile is completely fine. Michael is going to get turned around here by a rogue Tusk, but that 10 creep giving the vision onto C-Smile. Actually, the target has been shifted. The focus is there. The 2-man stun, though, is going to connect, and that will mean that once the vacuum comes around and that bramble maze hits, this Tusk will end up falling. XTS gets that kill, and alone is fine. C-Smile has to go all the way back to the base, and Sladen will get a couple of creeps worth of experience. And Loomis was the last hit. We all saw that. CS lol.
I think the most popular clip on my Twitch channel is actually losing like 5 CS straight in a row. It was like produced like 5 years ago, I don't know.
Oh, that's bad. It happens to the best of us. C-Smile has bottled up this Wisdom Ring, and Snowball's gonna head out onto the Faceless Void as well. He time locks up, and PP's out. Okay.
I mean, would we are to judge Kotaro and his skill build, as he's just slipping away from the touch of the Dire.
He's just better than everybody, I'm not gonna lie. He's pretty good at this game.
Yes,
I would have died there.
He's ranked number 1 for a reason.
He is. Yeah. I think 99.99% of all players in Dota would have died there, and he didn't. As you get the RP out onto C-Smile, the skewer forward, that Snowball will not save him, but with the vacuum ball combination, that will be enough lockdown to bring down C-Smile. The Primal Beast ends up going down, and now they're going to turn around onto Axel. The Tusk is walking forward, no mana, no nothing. The Shockwave gets the kill, and that is a lot of illusions and just stuff to throw at this tower. I apologize when I said that Invaders didn't really have that big of a tower push. Look at how far this tower falls at only 8 minutes. Tower taken.
Yeah, tier 1 tower taken immediately. As we switch to networks, we can see that Invaders is basically dominating the upper part, and oh no, they want to steal the stack as well. Devil is here to protect it, as he's a big guy, big watermelon. It's gonna be pretty tough to eyeball him or bring him down.
I mean, yeah, bringing him down is going to be difficult, but the stacks, not so much. I mean, Sladen, he's just going to try to farm up as much as he can as Spell comes around. He's got the trample, he'll be able to clean that up. On slide forward, though, wants to get the kill onto XTC, or XTS, I mean, but Tuska is the one that ends up falling here. And with the Pulverize coming through onto C-Smile, you do have the 2-man rotation, though. There is a Faceless Void here, and a Chrono is available. That is an absolutely huge time dilation. Hitting out onto C-Smile. The right click's there. He does end up getting the bottle of the rune, but will die. It's a killing spree for the Chen.
Nice play from Stinger, dominating the creep from the camp and immediately using the Mod Golem with its rock throw on this Primal Beast. So it was really nice, quick reaction to getting on the other side of the line and not be on the defensive rather than on the aggressive side. I'm sorry.
Offensive, aggressive.
Offensive.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Offensive.
What? There's just a casual Mask of Madness. Okay, no, that's not a casual Mask of Madness. That is a... Well, it is a Mask of Madness. Finished up onto the Faceless Void.
Yeah, he's basically using the
No, Hand of God used XPS, does not want to die. He's dead. He's a mega dead. He's dead? He's dead.
On top though, Sacred.
Okay, well, yeah, Sacred. He's got the vacuum wall combo going. That's a huge route onto Axel. He's going to be in a little bit of trouble. The Micro and the Illusion is going to be there, but no, it's going to be Devil turning around onto Michael. The right click coming forward. Alone is there with the RP, but he will not continue as he just walks away. 1,000 gold away from the Blink Dagger. Doesn't want to die. Put him really far behind on that item as he has not really been farming.
As you said previously during the peak phase, obviously that this Magnus and this Dark Willow are gonna be unseparated for a while, as they are gonna be aiming towards that multiple Bramble mazes hit with the skewer, which we yet to see any of. The last time I believe it was only one, but the RP once again.
Under that tower, that skewer just to get a little bit of timing out there, and C-Spile, he has to onslaught all the way back. Sladen doing whatever he can to keep his mid alive. That regen rune will mean that he gets all that back, so a try of his life for nothing, really, at the end of the day.
Yeah, you would love to smoke up or get something done with this, that your primary beast don't really need to do the walk of shame to home.
Okay, Alone's fine. They don't want to go that deep for him.
Rather if they smoke on the other side, as MNZ leading the charge, they want to use this chrono. The best option would be certainly the Medusa, but she's showing on the bot lane.
They have the ward though. They have a ward, they see her. They ping her out immediately. C-Spile gets pinged out as well.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I'm not sure what's happening. This is a very weird gank, as Alone is going to be the target to get gone on the Ink Ball following up with the trample. That's a lot of damage. And he get any spell off. And Fear is going to be there. He was alive, but the Hand of God was on cooldown. And now they're continuing forward the route onto Devil, making sure that there's no follow-up from that Pulverize onto Chen.
It was a very clean kill. Almost the Magnus slipped away, but the right click came in time, and of course the Ghost Shroud.
Wait, that's another onslaught trample. I think this Dark Willow might be dying here. Gets the Bedlam off, and the Hand of God is going to be there. No, he is completely fine enough. C-Spile with the Ink Spell as well. Is going to try to get that stun out, but the vacuum is there. The stun is there. You don't have the Phases one here as well. The Bash one. Bash is all you need to get the kill. That's a killing spree for Sacred, and XTS gets the other kill. A bit of a dive from Lost Motis as they tried everything they could to get the clean kill onto the Dark Willow, but the Hand of God preventing that engagement.
It's really scary for Lost Motis that the Radiant side is getting kills by not really sacrificing any of their bigger ultimates, as RP is still available, Chronosphere as well, but they are still getting the kills. Oh, this is something you would love to see though if you are a Lost Motis fan.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is
just the sound.
Make a Reddit post about this.
It's already satisfying enough. And of course the Kobold is making appearances.
Yeah, the Golem's last one alive, of course. Name a more iconic duo. There's that ward bottom available on Lost Motis. They did pot up the fact that this Sword is alone, so they felt like they could pressure this tower bottom. But again, there's no tower push for this team.
It's a bit hard, but these tier 1s should be secured as they have the aggressive ward here, and big on the offensive side. Should be secured as Sladen basically making sure that no one is residing back in the jungle, hiding beneath the fog of war, preparing for something to turn this around.
He's also just going to get that gold. You know what? He needs as much gold and experience as he can get. Level 7 Grimstroke, though, so it's looking pretty good. MNC has arrived here as well. They popped the ward down, so they see him also. Pretty weird spot for a ward. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Just right into the creep wave. It's going to get dewarded, but I guess you wanted to make a play. It's not going to happen.
Nice army that Stinger got going for himself. They are gonna be using these creeps to smoke up, as Alone got the Blink Dagger already. So, and oh, they got the mechanism on Darkseer as well. So
oh my
gonna be
okay, yeah, another
Alone finding Devil.
That's
be
Devil. Are they gonna use RP? Nope, the Skewer back might be all they need. You have the Bramble coming out here as well. He's hit by the one Bramble, hit by the second Bramble, vacuum into the other one. One actually connects. Devil,
He's still
I mean,
alive.
you're tanky, but he's still alive. Pops the Ravage, the Head of God. Turnaround though, and he hit the fear out onto 2. Saving Sacred. He's gonna walk forward with that wall. Is absolutely massive. Another Chronosphere on top of it. Why not? The Necros Pop just before the C-Smile. He will end up falling here. Axel next in line as the ultimates coming out from Invaders. Just layer everything on top of one another. Devil does end up getting out of there, but I mean, without a Ravage, what good are you? As Alone is behind the tier 1 and the tier 2. Parker, he has arrived, but there's a lot of things around, and by that I mean just the army that has now expired. So I retract my statement. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about.
No, there was an army of illusions certainly pressuring the tier 2 tower. It's not a lot of damage, but 400 more than less. And Michael.
Oh, Michael, you're dead. You're dead.
Are we sure
You're
of
dead.
this?
I'm 90. I was 90% sure, and now I'm 0% sure. I think he's dead. He looks dead on my screen. Look at how dead Michael is. See how dead he is? I didn't Caster's Curse at all. This guy's completely dead.
It's gonna take for a few more minutes to actually appear on the screen.
Yeah, when he does die, I called it. I'm just saying.
Can he get this? Oh,
Okay, get the RP, misses! You can't RP a creep wave! Okay, well, the farming speed is for efficiency.
it was
Coping.
at least under the effect of the Arcane. We gotta give him that. A slight bit of a mistake. They are humans after all as well.
That's embarrassing, guys. I'm just gonna keep it Fortune 500. That's tough.
Maybe Michael
Oh no,
might die
Michael!
this time.
Wait a second, hold on. He's fine.
No, he's actually under a lot of pressure as Axel is showing off.
Oh
using
yeah,
Snowball.
there's a snowball. Is he gonna die this time? I'm 0% sure he's dead, which means that he will die this time. I called it. I knew it was gonna happen.
Oh,
But yeah,
Gaben once
Invaders-
again favoring Invaders. He's a big Invaders fan. It seems like we have a skewer on mid though.
Oh, we do. Devil, he's getting caught out here. The leash is out on 2. Double Gush gonna hand out, but that ancient smash is just gonna negate a little bit of the damages.
Yeah, that's a
No
ultimate
RP.
forced out. That's ultimate forced out of Los Motis, and you are gonna be getting the RP back again soon. And I believe the Chronosphere is 1 second away, as we have seen the little green.
I know that Medusa's like top of the net worth right now and is doing incredibly well. I don't know if it's enough. E-Smile using the pulverize out onto this guy in the 2-man RP in the back. They had gotten used out as well. Are they gonna pop the wall out onto Parker? They do pop the wall, but it's actually gonna will connect with the vacuum eventually. The fear hitting out onto him as well. The Ravage coming through just as MNZ comes into the fold. The TP forward. The Chronosphere is there, and they are hitting the real one. Parker, he cannot
that-
afford to die here, but he will. The double root as well. This is MNZ putting the team on his back. He cannot get the bash though, as Devil up onto the high ground, the 10 walks. And yeah, he tried to juke over to the left, but the shockwave will finish him off. And that is all the green diamonds used on the side of Invaders, but they do get the 3-for-1, and they do ultimately get the bread basket of Lost Motis, which is this Medusa.
You just had to praise that Medusa, putting the caster curse on him immediately as he
I
dies.
said, was it enough? It's not enough. It's not enough. My point is proven. It's like, this Medusa is free farming, but it's not enough. And then it literally happened. I'm just saying, bro.
It was
They
pretty.
call me the Oracle of Dota for a
Oracle.
reason. They call me the Oracle of Dota. Not the actual Oracle. I might be position 5, but I don't save my teammates. I just predict the future. All right, now I predict that Skira is going to hit out onto this poor Medusa who just
tell me.
respawned at Cursed Crown. You are the queen of the net worth chart, but I don't think that's the crown you
Where's
want to
the
be
help?
wearing. As
Oh,
the,
okay.
yeah, no, they're TPing C-Smile in, so Medusa will end up living. They just didn't have the follow-up onto the Medusa. Has the Diffusal Blade finished?
Yeah, he's basically building according to what's happening on the map. They know that they are. He knows that they are behind, so he needs some items to, you know, get useful as soon as possible. And basically, the diffusal blade with the disperser built on top of it will be the. We one the fixing RP's there.
Oh, C-Smile with that fear as well. The Bedlam coming through. The damage is more than enough. What did you expect, Mr. C-Smile, going for that rune top? Devil will end up claiming it, but not without a cost.
Invaders playing this perfectly. They are not even scared throwing two ultimates onto one hero. As long as it's gonna be securing you the kill, it's all worth it for you, as they have two more available, of course, and the defensive one as well on Stinger. It's once again
I think
Stinger doing some magic. 15 kill participations.
This Chen is a problem, dude. This Chen is actually a problem. I can't believe they banned out the techies this game instead of the Chen. I don't know why they banned out techies. Now, I have a lot of questions about Lost Motis drafts, but this is one of them. Why didn't they ban this Chen out?
They are baiting out Roche. This is gonna be
They
huge
are,
play from Invaders.
the smoke is broken. They see Medusa on the side. There's nobody in position from Invaders. There's only 3 heroes bottom, and 2 of them are support, so XTS probably will die here. The army does. And Sacred end of the trees will try to get out, but he gets body blocked a little bit. The TP out onto the 10 will not connect. Instead, he does end up getting stunned by the Inkswell. Will end up getting out of there. Sacred trying his best, but he is in deep water now, son. They even Ravage on top of him. Are they going to get the kill? Nah, I mean, yeah, he's incredibly tanky. The ultimate coming out from the Medusa as well. He had both cores on the side, the Faceless Void and the Magnus, just deciding not to engage in this endeavor, as the Roshan will be sieged down by Lost Motis. And the question becomes, will Invaders attempt to counter on this, or will they just give it up?
It seems like they are letting this go, as Lost Motis is gonna be claiming the Sages. It's gonna be not the fastest that we can imagine, but now that the tech team is there, they can start putting out a significant amount of damage. I feel like Invaders, this soft commitment around the Roche Pit was something that they should have avoided.
Yeah.
Some hesitation whether they should be fighting or not. They had basically a nice setup by 3 heroes, but the 2 cores on the other side of the map was still farming, so it was a bit scary for Invaders, as Lost Motis are nicely forcing out of their forcing the mistakes to turn them into an Aegis immediately.
Well, this Aegis is actually the first Aegis that Lost Motis are claiming. The Game 1 and Game 2, Invaders took the first Aegis, and this is the first time that they will be claiming that. Of course, it is actually, besides First Blood in Game 1 and Roshan and the first Roshan game, this game, Lost Motis have done actually nothing. Invaders have either gotten First Blood, the first 10 kills, or to be the first one to 10 kills, the first tower, or their first Roshan in every single game. So, you know, a little bit of life coming out from Lost Motis here is the point that I'm trying to make.
Oh, Kotaro.
Talk about statistical anomaly. Yeah, MNZ, you're in a lot of trouble, my friend. You have the BKB. No, that's C-Spot with the BKB, actually. He dies. That's a dominating spree on MNZ, who was farming top completely alone. Okay, well, now it's not just life, it's a chance.
Look at how aggressive Axel is positioning. Devil is on the charge. Can they snowball something here? Oh no, it's just too far. They don't have the vision on the neutral camp to snowball through and stun the Dark Willow.
Unfortunate. But still, the kill on MNZ it's incredibly... It was something like even 5 minutes ago I didn't think was going to be something that Lost Motis could do, but they get the kill. They have to use the 9-second BKB for it, but now this top tower is going to go the side of Lost Motis. I think the momentum now might be switching palms here.
It's shifting towards the Dire now, As of course, Stinger with the creeps are gonna be trying to cut the wave, right?
Will he get there in time?
Radiant's top
No,
tower
I
has
think
fallen.
he's gonna go for
No.
the next one
Dire's bottom
instead.
tower is under
Double.
attack.
Oh,
Okay, well that's a blink
Radiant's
forward.
top tower
He
is
does have the
under
mage player. Is there a blink available? I don't think so. Now with the Inks, well, the silence is going to be 12. Right click damage. Bingo, bango, bongo. Michael is no longo.
and Double, he's not stopping anytime soon. He's going aggressive.
Wait, they have the Chronosphere onto C-Spile. This is worth it if you can get the kill, but the damage is going to be there. The turnaround Ravage onto Sacred. And your God used with the mechanism. So they have the RP as well, but the leash is going to hit on onto the Onslaught out of there. That was 3 ultimates used, and you didn't get a single damn thing. A disastrous play from Invaders, and now lost Motis might be able to turn around and get something for themselves.
But the problem is you got no ultimates on both sides. Like everything is on cooldown.
Radiant's bottom
Like you do
tower
have, well,
is
that's,
under
I
attack.
think that would the benefit Lost Motis is you do have the Stone Gaze available on the Medusa.
That's true.
You can just take this tower bottom and not have to worry about getting chronoed, getting RP'd. The problem with these like really teamfight heavy lineups with these cooldowns is that when you take a teamfight and you lose
Radiant's bottom tower has
or
fallen.
don't get anything out of it, the window opens up a lot bigger because you're not relying on the enemy death timers for your spells to get off cooldown.
Yeah.
Now you have to wait those 2 minutes, those 1 minute, for your spells to come back.
It should be scary. Obviously, you got the Aegis, but if you consider the Bramble Maze and the Scuba combination, it's something that you should be avoiding. Of
Yeah.
course, Axel is still there, always gonna
He's
be
gonna
there.
go for it.
Oh,
He does skewer Medusa back, but he does have the Aegis, so he's just gonna turn around, I think, well, Sacred. He's gonna be the target here as the Fear does hit out onto Parker,
Radiant's bottom
and
tower
that's
is
probably
under
gonna
attack.
be it for that, as the stun does hit out onto the Medusa.
so many
Force
Bramble
that forward.
Mazes.
He's gonna get skewered back under that root, underneath that tier 4 tower. He does pop the wand, and they have the vacuum underneath the tower once again. The right clicks, the damage isn't going to be there. Well, they have the little whip just for the little bit of slow,
Meanwhile,
and the
look at
Bramble
you.
Maze as well. Yeah, this tower is actually going to be fine as they continue forward. Axel will give himself up. When they continue forward, they have the smoke and the going forward. The skewer does hit out onto the Medusa. C-Spile onslaught's in with the Inks, but they're going to look out onto Sacred. If they do end up finding him, they have the stun, they have the damage, they have everything that they need. It just
MSC is
turns out
coming.
onto the Medusa. The buyback from
MSC
Darkseer. Hand of
is
God
here.
used. Yeah, the backline, they have the RP used. And Devil, he's gonna die, and now Medusa underneath the tier 3 tower, all alone, pops the ultimate, trying to get out of there. But you have this pesky Faceless Void that is just gonna come right back out. And the Chronosphere onto 2 with the vacuum wall. Chris, like, he's gonna die here as he gets right click down. The Medusa first. C-Spile, he's next. He pops the BKB, but the Bashes do not care about the BKB at all. Then he gets the onslaught off. Yes, he can, but the blink forward. It is going to be enough, and alone gets the kill. That is a 5-for-1 engagement as Invaders hold the high ground. Well, 5-for-2. My apologies. There was a buyback, and
Yeah.
I guess the Tusk lived, but my bad. It's a 4-for-2. It gets worse every time I talk.
No, it's
for
actually
Invaders,
5
but-
if you consider the Aegis. Actually,
Sure.
it's actually 5, so you have said it. But it just feels so tough. They were doing these plays as a unit of 4. The Faceless Wall, Void, meanwhile, basically just farming mid, pushing the mid lane. They
Yeah.
might be having something here alone. Just keep away. I think
well-
it should be fine.
I mean, he's leashed up. He's gonna try to right click
he's
this
actually
pesky little thing. But he's dead.
anchored.
He's
Yeah.
done so.
He
Yeah.
was anchored, dead in the water.
Dead in the water. I hate that spell. I think it needs to be changed. 4 attacks is too many, dude. It needs to go down to 3. Personal opinion. Or something.
Maybe the duration should be a bit lower than
10 seconds
is a lot.
is... Yeah, 10 seconds is a lot.
10
It's a
seconds.
10-second leash.
10 seconds is insane if you consider how we got all the lockdowns nerfed the previous big patch.
Yeah. Well, lockdowns or not, we do have all the green diamonds available for Lost Motis, and by green diamonds I mean ultimates. XDS puts that ward down into this triangle area. He wants to protect it, but T-Spot, he's coming in onto the side. He gets the pulverize off. On XDS to start it off. The snowball coming in forward. They have the ink ball as well. XDS killed, but the RP, Hand of God, is used. They still have the fear, and they will hit it underneath the tier 3 tower. Oh my goodness, T-Spot, you have been repositioned.
Oh my god, he's doing it.
With the wall as well! Parker, you gave up the Medusa illusion. And Axel, you might have had a nice charge, but I think that Medusa illusion is going to right-click him down. And they do. Skewer forward. And up through the trees, they do see Parker. He's completely alone. I'm seeing only one other person. That's going to be the Root with the Bramble Maze. XTS, he's coming forward as well. Get the Skewer. But the Ravage turnaround. How many times have we seen this? But the Medusa gets normal punch. And it's going to be that illusion. Killing him softly, killing him slowly, killing him. He is dead. And Z continuing forward. They have the wall. A little bit of a misplay, but it doesn't matter. The right click coming through the bashes. The Kraken Chill will not save you from the amount of damage that this Tide Hunter is taking. And that is, again, a 4-for-1 engagement. It seemed like Lost Motis had something going for them, and now it's all thrown to the wayside. Chronosphere is available as well. Invaders are just playing the spells exactly how they need to.
The Invaders, they're basically unstoppable. They lose the Magnus, but the amount of work that this Magnus did for your team is insane. As this Medusa build is actually backfiring on you. You don't have any butterfly. Oh,
with the double pulverized? I mean, there's a play here. The BKB coming through, but no, this Space's Void is really strong. And oh, that's an unfortunate blink timing, but it doesn't matter. That's a lot of damage coming out onto C-Smile. He will end up falling, and that's a wall as well. Snowball might save you for a couple seconds. First step forward, I guess, but no, he's going to get bashed up. That's a double kill available for M and Z, and once again, we're seeing Lost Motis just fall apart. C-Smile, what happened to this team?
Dire structures are fortified.
They got
looking
buybacks
so
available,
good for them.
but it's not gonna be forced obviously, as the Medusa is gonna be coming up.
I don't know if you want to finish this TP, my friend. This is a lot to deal with by yourself. They buy back onto the Grimstroke, but wait, no mana left. Well, he's dead. Devil, he calls GG. That's it. That's the game. It's over.
Oh, Parker, the backfire on this build. Of course, Diffusor Blade is gonna be enabling you in this team fight, but the amount of illusions that this Darkseer can make of you is gonna be backfiring you before you hit the butterfly, which would be providing you the vision that you need. Wow, what a play coming out from Invaders. They secured this, and this was almost as clean as the first game. Oh, the second game was the closest one, I believe, but this third game was indeed definitely there for Invaders, as they claimed the 3-0 victory. That's something.
Yeah, that was not close.
Yeah, that's something that I can talk for your side as well. We both did not imagine coming into the series that it's Invaders gonna take the 3-0 victory. Well, this is EPL World Series America Season 9 wrapped up. Invaders being on the victorious side.
The Invaders with a clean 3-game sweep in the best of 5 over Lost Motis, and it will be the Medusa that not only wins them the game but also loses it. I mean, the Medusa made them lose the game every single game that it was involved. Like just the Darkseer counter as well.
Yeah, it feels like Lost Motis, they were there every time, but ever since the laning stage fell apart, they just couldn't get back on their foot. They were trying to smoke up and do the plays with their own ultimates, but it was pretty tough as Invaders. If there is one thing that they got going for themselves, is actually preserving the ultimates and using them at only the given times. Okay, I think we are done with this tournament. Invaders taking the 3-0 victory. I was joined by Mr. Plate, and I think we are gonna go for having a good night here. For me at least. Thank you for
I'm gonna have a great night.
Thank you for the attention, everyone, and it was a pleasure to be here and cast these grand finals. As once again, Invaders, Lost Motis, 3-0.